this afternoon, a trip to the state title is on the line. Hello, everybody, from NRG Stadium in Houston. Alongside Eric Folkerts, I'm Jeremy Branham. Welcome you to the broadcast, and thanking you for making us your afternoon's entertainment. Tonight's the Class 6A Division I state semifinals as the undefeated North Shore Mustangs face a power in the state of Texas in Lake Travis. Eric, when you look at these two teams, it's two teams with a lot of history. North Shore, a pair of state championships. Lake Travis, 6 state titles, and a couple big names this afternoon.
Yeah, we are really looking forward to a great matchup today of one of the Houston area's best versus the Austin area's best. So we're going to go head-to-head, like you say, a couple of blue bloods. When you think of high school football in Houston area and the Austin area, these two teams come up all the time.
North Shore, as we mentioned, undefeated on the season. Last week, defeating another power, defending state champion Cy-Fair 38-21. The week prior, a victory over Katy. Dickinson and Dobie were on the path for North Shore to this point as well. For Lake Travis, last week a win over Converse Judson, a round 3 win over Weslaco, Madison in round 2, and Smithson Valley in round 1. We'll go downstairs for the national anthem. We'll rejoin you in just a moment. With Eric Folkerts, I'm Jeremy Branham. NRG Stadium in Houston, the roof closed. That's a joke in the city of Houston. The roof permanently closed, it seems like these days. Makes for good acoustics in the building, though. It's always fun to have that roof closed from a sound perspective. North Shore, once we get going, will be across the field from us. They're wearing the home red-on-red uniforms with the traditional white Mustang logo on the side of the helmet. The white numbers, white letters. Lake Travis is on the near sideline wearing the white tops. Their varsity players wearing the red numbers and letters. They have some of the sub-varsity players out here as well making the trip. You'll see them occasionally on the sideline with the black numbers. Black pants for Lake Travis, the black helmet with the red LT on the side, and inside of that red LT are 6 stars symbolizing each state championship that Lake Travis has won. The captains will head down to the Texan logo for the coin toss with our officials today. Let's talk about these two teams. First, for the undefeated North Shore Mustangs at 14-0 under the direction of John Kay, who's 56-14 in his 5th year at North Shore. It's a team that's very young but very talented. The sophomore Demetrius Davis, John Kay says the best quarterback North Shore has ever had. And then you have the junior Zach Evans, who is on everybody's college recruiting radar. This is a loaded team in terms of talent.
Yeah, we were just talking about how Marshall may be one of the fastest teams in the state with their state championship team, and North Shore might give them a foot race here because they are as talented and as fast as a team as we've seen in quite some time.
On the other side, Lake Travis under the direction of Hank Carter. Year 9 for Hank Carter, 117 wins, 14 losses, 6 state titles, all of those coming since 2007. They were the first program, by the way, to win 5 straight titles, 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011. Then they went on a little bit of a lull for them, won their latest in 2016. Did go to the state finals last year and lost that game to Allen 35-33, a game they were down 21-0 in. But this is another team that you talk about the talent on North Shore. They'll see their talent match tonight. Hudson Card is a Texas commit, junior quarterback, and he's throwing to perhaps one of the best receivers in the entire nation, a blue chipper, 5-star Garrett Wilson, who has 18 touchdowns on the year, 3 of those last week in the regional finals against Judson.
Yeah, just get it in with his area code and he'll catch that thing. He's got great hands, and uses his hands well, gets the ball away from his body. Too many receivers nowadays want to try and use their body to catch the ball, and he does a phenomenal job of using his hands.
North Shore won the flip. They deferred their options in the second half. North Shore will be kicking right to left. As kicking it away is John Villalobos. Kyle Eves and Portland Denicio are back deep for the Cavaliers. Villalobos kicks it away, and we're underway in the Class 6A state semifinals. It's Kyle Eves on the return, taking it across the 25, shy of the 30. Tyler Ellison makes the stop, and that's where the drive will begin for the Cavaliers on offense. Cavaliers averaging 45 points per game, 442 yards of total offense, 179 of those coming on the ground, 263 of those coming through the air. Hudson Card, the junior quarterback, 49 touchdowns this season. He's run for 9 more, 58 combined. The receivers, Kyle Eves, Garrett Wilson, Grayson Sandlin, Lake McCree. The offensive line, it's Chad Wolf, Dawson Weiss, Peyton Maxwell, Todd Mood, Judge Nyland. Into the backfield, Weston Stevens. Snap back to Card, wants to throw. Pass right side is incomplete. Numbers on the near side. Grayson Sandlin was the intended receiver. Damon Lewis had the coverage. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10.
Just a little flood route right there. 2 outside receivers went straight up the field, and they ran a little out underneath, trying to get him open early.
2nd down and 10. We'll meet the North Shore defense in a moment. A 4-3 defensive alignment for John Kay and defensive coordinator Garrett Cross. Pass right side to the hashes, caught by Eves. Eves takes it across the 35, across the 40. 1st down for the Cavaliers to the 41. It's a 14-yard gain before Damon Lewis can make the stop. No huddle offense for Lake Travis. Trips to the left side, lone receiver to the right on 1st and 10 from the 41. Card to throw, over the middle, catch made by Wilson. Wilson leaps across the 45 and is down at the North Shore 42-yard line. Keelan Stewart makes the catch, a gain of 17 more.
Now they just ran a double slant right there and found the receiver that was open.
1st down and 10, ball at the 42 of the Mustangs. Shotgun set for Card, 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Motion a receiver, handoff this time to Stevens. First rush of the game for Lake Travis, and he runs into the meat of the North Shore defense and goes nowhere. Marco Crawford and Damon Lewis combining on the tackles. Let's meet the defense for North Shore. Defensive line, Ashton Reynolds, Tony Bradford, Darius Fitzpatrick, and Jordan Rebels, the down linemen. Linebackers, Marco Crawford, Corey Flagg, Damon Lewis. Into the secondary, it's Upton Stout, Dorian Hewitt, Keon Stewart, and JoJo Wilson. 2nd down and 10 from the 42, lobbing it down the right sideline, looking for Wilson, overshoots him, incomplete. It's going to be a PI, though, on Kevin Gilliam, who was trying to defend Wilson and was holding him a little bit up the sideline.
Yeah, they ran just a go route on him, a little fade, and receiver got it, or defensive back got his feet tangled up and ended up having to grab the receiver, which was a good move. Otherwise, he gives up 40 in the touchdown.
Move the change for Lake Travis. They'll mark it off in the line of scrimmage at the 42. Wilson immediately looked over to the official on the near sideline, protesting the call and trying to draw the penalty. Moves the football to the 27-yard line after the pass interference. 1st and 10 at the North Shore 27. Shotgun set for Hudson Card. Card, hard count, now looks over to the near sideline. Motion Wilson to the slot. Card fakes the handoff, rolls left. Pressure behind him. Card will throw on the move. Has a man wide open. Caught at the 10. Inside the 5 is Grayson Sandlin. Kevin Gilliam makes the tackle at the 5-yard line. A 22-yard gain by Lake Travis. And it will put the Cavaliers in a 1st and goal situation inside the 10.
Yeah, big mistake right there by the North Shore defense. As the quarterback rolled out to the left, the defense didn't slide with him. They just dropped back, straight back, and the receiver found the opening and was able to get upfield inside the 10.
Pretty good drive for Lake Travis so far. They've moved it inside the 5-yard line for North Shore. They've been able to do that on just 6 plays. What have you seen from the Cavaliers offensively so far on this drive to have this success against a good defense?
Well, you know, some teams will go no huddle just to keep the defense from being able to sub. This is a true no huddle hurry up offense. They want to come at you, be relentless, and not give you time to catch your breath. And, you know, right now it's working. But I got a feeling this North Shore defense is going to figure it out. They've got the speed to stay with Lake Travis, but let's see if they can process things fast enough and see what they see from the film.
First and goal from the 5. Ball on the left hash, Card in the shotgun set. Stevens to the right shoulder. 2 receivers bunched up to the left side, 1 receiver to the right, tied in on both sides of the line. Faking the handoff, Card to throw, and he's going to throw it out of the back of the end zone through the uprights. There was pressure in his face from Ashton Reynolds, the senior. And Card just threw it right between the uprights. Incomplete pass.
Yeah, he had 1 receiver in the pattern, and that receiver was covered. Just get rid of it and play another play.
Second and goal. Ball at the Mustang 5. Card in the gun. Card takes the snap, rolls the pocket right. Card throws into the end zone, incomplete. Garrett Wilson tried for the one-handed grab in the back corner of the end zone. He had a step on Dorian Hewitt, the Syracuse commit, but Wilson couldn't reel it in. Pass a little bit too far in front. Back-to-back incomplete passes.
Yeah, they had pretty good pressure on the inside right there. I thought maybe Lake Travis might get called for a holding because one of the North Shore defenders, linebacker, had broken through and was putting some pressure on the quarterback.
Third and goal from the 5. Tight end motions left to right. Card rolls right. Card jump pass back of the end zone, incomplete. He was looking for Lake McCree. Goes over his head. Hewitt had the coverage, incomplete. North Shore defense stops Lake Travis once they get to the 5, and the field goal unit comes on as Hayes Buchanan, 3 for 4 on field goals this season, will try a 22-yard field goal attempt.
You know, we had that little timeout for an injury timeout delay. That allowed the North Shore defense to kind of gather themselves, and they've been rock solid the last 3 plays.
Comes out of the hold of Grayson Sandlin. Good snap. The hold is down. The kick is up. And Lake Travis strikes first. 3-0 with 10:02 left to play in the first quarter. But there is a flag down on the sideline, far side at the 8. Looks like it's against North Shore. Officials asking Hank Carter what he wants to do. Carter is going to get an explanation to find out exactly what his options are.
Well, half the distance will only take it to the 2.5. Can they apply it to the kickoff? They may apply the. Okay, they're going to decline it. Looks like the field goal is going to stand.
Offside, number 2 on the Eagles. That penalty is declined. Field goal is good.
3-0 Lake Travis in front. 10:02 left to play in the first quarter. As the Cavaliers take the opening drive and march downfield for the early lead. But North Shore has to feel pretty good about themselves, I would imagine, after giving up all those yards and then forcing the field goal once Lake Travis got to the 5-yard line.
Well, you said it. They took 6 plays to get 53 yards. Those are big chunk plays. And for North Shore to stand up to them when it got down to the 5-yard line was pretty impressive. Let's see how that works with Lake Travis as we go through the game. Red zone is a big opportunity. When you get in the red zone against North Shore, you have to score 6.
Numbers on the drive, 9 plays, 68 yards, 1:58 off the clock. The 22-yard field goal by Hayes Buchanan gives Lake Travis the early 3-0 lead, and now Lake Travis will kick it away. North Shore returners back inside their 10-yard line as the Mustangs look for the return. High into the air at the 5-yard line, returnable from the 5 for North Shore's Dorian Manuel, and he gets popped
by his own teammate. Oh man, Jeremy, his own teammate come back and laid him out pretty good.
Drive begins at the 11-yard line for North Shore. 1st and 10 from there. Their quarterback, Demetrius Davis, the sophomore, leads the Mustangs onto the field. Has thrown for over 2,800 yards this season, 36 touchdowns against 2 picks, 374 yards on the ground with 5 touchdowns. Zach Evans, the tailback, just under 1,500 yards on the season, 25 touchdowns on the ground, 3 more in the receiving game. Davis takes the snap on 1st and 10, throws it over the middle, catch made at the 30, breaking a tackle across the 35 and past the 40-yard line. A big pickup on 1st down to Zorhan Radeau. Henry and Nava were there for the stop for Lake Travis. Take it out to the 40-yard line, a 29-yard gain.
We got an officials timeout on the field, Jeremy. They're going to take somebody off here. They were part of that collision right there in the middle of the field with the receiver. He got up holding his back. I don't know if he, a little tweak or something like that, but they're going to get him off the field. Nice job right there finding the seam right down the middle of the field. They ran 3 verticals, and the man in the middle was open when the safeties went out to the outside. Nice job right there to find him in the middle of the field.
Davis put it on the money. I want to remind you can watch this game not only on the NFHS network, but also on the Facebook Watch tab as part of the Road to State, brought to you by the NFHS network. 29-yard pickup on first down. Zorhan Rideau, one of the 4 receivers, gets the start for the Mustangs. Chance Pilar, A.J. Carter, and Shadrack Banks, the other 3. Banks had a huge game last week. Thomas, Taylor, Siobhan, Castellan, George, the offensive lineman for the Mustangs. 1st and 10 from the 40 as Davis handoff Evans. Evans bounces right side, looking for the sideline and has it. Evans to the 40. Evans to the 30. Turns on the Jets to the 15, 10-5 into the end zone. Zach Evans from 60 yards out gives the Mustangs their first lead of the afternoon with 9:34 to play in the first.
Well, we hinted at it in the beginning, Jeremy. The speed of North Shore, one of the fastest teams we've seen in the area. And there you saw it on display. He had 3 guys had the angle on him, and he outran the angle on all 3.
On to attempt the extra point is John Lobos. This is a North Shore team that averages 54 points per game, and you can quickly see why as Zach Evans, his 26th rushing touchdown of the year. Low snap, the kick is blocked. It bounces back to the 50, and then jumping on top of it from the backside was the holder, John Gentry. North Shore takes the lead. Lake Travis blocks the extra point. We'll have to see how that'll come back into play. And Hill with the block.
Yeah, the one flaw in the North Shore game is the special teams. They have not been perfect this year. As many touchdowns as they've scored.
From the 40, as Davis handoff Evans. Evans bounces right side, looking for the sideline and has it. Evans to the 40. Evans to the 30. Turns on the Jets to the 15, 10-5 into the end zone. Zach Evans from 60 yards out. The 40, as Davis handoff Evans. Evans bounces right side, looking for the sideline and has it. Evans to the 40. Evans to the 30. Turns on the Jets to the 15, 10-5 into the end zone. Zach Evans from 60 yards out. 40. As Davis handoff Evans. Evans bounces right side, looking for the sideline and has it. Evans to the 40. Evans to the 30. Turns on the Jets to the 15, 10-5 into the end zone. Zach Evans from 60 yards out.
Bench down here talking to their position coaches about what they saw, how they can react to it, and what they can do differently. And you may see a different Lake Travis defense come out. They may try all kinds of things outside of throwing the kitchen sink at North Shore today.
Eves and Wilson are back deep for Lake Travis. Eves on the near side, Wilson on the far side. As Villalobos has it teed up, far hash at the 40. He'll drive a line drive kick that Wilson will catch at his knees from the 5. Wilson looking for the sideline left side, cuts back to his right, wrapped up, brought down. Good play made defensively by Upton Stout at the 16. Anytime you get Wilson running with the football, it's always dangerous. Good tackle by Stout. Lake Travis went on a 9-play, 68-yard drive that took a minute 58 on their opening possession of the game, but it sputtered once they got to the Mustang 5. Now, this drive beginning at the 17. Offensively, Lake Travis doing some good things on an opening possession. Let's see what they look like offensively the second time they touch the football. They come out in a 5-receiver set. Shotgun for Hudson Card. Card takes the snap, pressure in his face. Card spins to his left side, throws it left side, and the pass incomplete at the 20-yard line. He was looking for Kyle Eves, the junior, and Dorian Hewitt with a huge hit.
Yeah, we dealt lots of pressure on the inside. They had 2 linebackers up in the A-gap, blitzing, and the Lake Travis didn't have enough guys to block that.
It's 2 safeties for North Shore Division I players. Hewitt committing to Syracuse. Keon Stewart, a Texas Tech commit. Decommitted, though, once Cliff Kingsbury, and that staff was let go. Here's Card rolling right. Card just going to chunk this one out of bounds. More pressure from North Shore. Back-to-back incomplete passes, setting up a 3rd down and 10.
Ashton Reynolds got loose inside there and came and gave some big pressure and forced the quarterback to throw that sooner than he wanted to.
9:14 to go in the first. North Shore leading 6-3. Hudson Card in the shotgun set, trips right side, 1 receiver to the left, and a 3rd and 10 for Lake Travis at their own 17-yard line. Card takes the snap, 5-man rush, throws over the middle, and he has Garrett Wilson, who makes a sliding catch, but he's shy of the first down at the 26.5. Dorian Hewitt, the nearest Mustang on the stop. It'll be 4th and inches coming up for Lake Travis. And I think Hank Carter's asking for a measurement so he knows just how far they are.
Yeah, I think they're going to be a little bit short on this.
Officially, it's a gain to the 26, a 9-yard pickup, setting up a 4th down and 1. But 26, you put that in air quotes because it's much closer to the 27. The chains are coming on. And he's going to be about a half a football short. And they'll move the chains to the nearest hash to get an accurate spot on the ball.
Offense is still on the field. Oh, here they come punting.
That is a tough decision because it's 4th and inches. You're deep in your own territory. It's early in the first quarter. It's a state semifinal. Your season is on the line. And Hayes McCannon will come on to punt it away. 2 men back deep for North Shore. Marcus Cockrell and Dorian Manuel. It's Card the punter. McCannon's one of the up men. So Card will stand at his 12 and will punt it away. It's a high knuckling punt. Fair catch is called for and is batted out of bounds near the 37 by Dorian Manuel.
Nice job right there of North Shore, seeing what Lake Travis is trying to do to them on offense, making some adjustments. You could see the kids working it out on the field right there on that 3rd down play. Linebackers all reshuffled once they saw the formation and then put pressure on the quarterback. Nice job of adjusting by the Mustangs.
Drive for North Shore will begin at their own 38-yard line. Last time they had a ball, just a quick 2-play, 89-yard drive that took all of 28 seconds before Zach Evans ran into the end zone from 60 yards out. Evans last week had 5 total touchdowns. He has 1 more in the first quarter today. Davis, the play action. Steps into the pocket, rolls right, going to tuck and run. Bulldozes across the 40. Probably be spotted at the 40-yard line. As Raleigh Irwin, the defensive tackle, makes the stop after a 2-yard gain by Davis.
You see the Lake Travis defense right there trying to move just before the snap, trying to move the gap over, trying to confuse the North Shore offensive linemen and trying to find ways around those guys and get through to make a play.
2nd down and 8 for the Mustangs. Lake Travis, a 4-3 defensive alignment. We haven't told you their starters yet. Play action again, slant, and it's incomplete. In and out of the hands of Shadrack Banks. Couldn't hang on. Gothard, the corner for the Cavaliers, had the coverage. Incomplete pass. For Lake Travis defensively, defensive linemen Matthew Peterman, Caleb Winston, Raleigh Irwin, Hunter Simo. The linebackers, Ifa Olahedi, Mauricio Trevino, Nick Villarreal, and into the secondary, it's Aiden Nava, Tag Humble, Hunter Henry, and Copeland Gothard. 3rd and 8 from the 40. Handoff, it's Gentry. Gentry across the 45. Gentry fighting for the first down, and he's going to get it. Villarreal the stop, but not before Gentry gets it across the 48 to move the sticks for the Mustangs.
The Cavaliers took one of their big men out and left only a 3-man line in there thinking North Shore was going to throw the ball. Instead, they run the zone read and power through for the 9-yard gain.
A light box for North Shore, and they took advantage. 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line. Davis this time will hand it off to Evans. Evans following his blockers across the 45 into Lake Travis territory and down to the Cavalier 40-yard line. How about that blocking? Evans wasn't touched until about 8 yards down the field. Tag Humble makes the stop.
Yeah, nice job right there by the North Shore offensive line of finding the edges on the defense and moving them out of the way, just enough for the backs to get through.
12-yard gain for Evans. 1st and 10. Evans takes it again, running right over his guard. Evans again powering forward, shy of the 35 to the 36. He gains 4 yards on the carry as Mauricio Trevino, the leading tackler for the Cavaliers with 119 tackles coming into the game, makes the stop. North Shore goes quick on 2nd and 6. Pass to the right sideline. Catch is made by Banks. And Banks lunging for the first down marker is going to get it to the 30. It's a gain of 6 and a first down for North Shore.
Yeah, North Shore is finding something on the right side of the Lake Travis defense, the Lake Travis left side, that they're choosing to exploit. 4 running plays and 2 pass plays to the right.
Garrett Wilson, the Ohio State commit, into the game defensively playing corner. 1st and 10. Faking the handoff, pass left side, caught at the 25-yard line by Pilar. Pilar sidesteps a defender, takes it into the red zone down to the 17. The Mustangs are driving after a pickup 13 yards.
Just push off hard off the line of scrimmage. Receiver comes 10 yards downfield, turns, and there's the ball.
Under 7 minutes to play in the first quarter. Davis throwing left side, and he overshoots Pilar into the end zone. O'Hare with the coverage defensively as Davis threw a bullet, but Pilar couldn't quite catch up to it.
I think Pilar saw the safety coming over late and went a little alligator arms right there, a little T-Rex.
Second down and 10, going quickly, pass near side. It's Carter. Carter can't find any room. The UTEP commit, the senior, takes it inside the 15 to the 13-yard line for a gain of 4. And it was Gothard that shoved him out of bounds. Third down and 7. Quick handoff, Evans running left. Evans runs into a Cavalier wall inside the 10 down to the 8. He's very close to the marker. Hunter Henry, the Rice commit with the stop.
Looks to be about half a yard short, Jeremy. They're going to go for it.
North Shore keeping their offense onto the field. So Lake Travis wants to take a timeout to talk things over. A good timeout. Lake Travis using their first timeout on a 4th down and 1, coming up at the Cavalier 8-yard line. And when you have the running game and the offensive line that North Shore does, it's not a surprise that John Kay and offensive coordinator Willie Gaston want to go for this.
Yeah, you've seen them pick up large chunks of ground already. Half a yard in their vocabulary is really nothing, honestly. So for them to go ahead and go for this is not a shock. Ladies and gentlemen, Texan Live is a division of High School Sports Media, LLC, and may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of Texan Live. And this timeout is brought to you by Panera Bread. Panera Bread believes in raising, serving, and eating food that is good and good for you. 100% of their food is 100% clean. That means no artificial flavors, preservatives, sweeteners, and no colors from artificial sources. Panera Bread, food as it should be. All right, here they come, Jeremy. I expect them to run some kind of zone read right here and take advantage of those big offensive linemen in the front.
4th down and a yard for the Mustangs, who lead by 3 with 6:17 left to play in the first. Pistol formation for Davis. Evans lines up behind him. One receiver each way. And there's motion on the right side of the offensive line that's going to cost North Shore 5 yards. The Mustangs are pointing the other way, but I think to no avail.
And they're bringing the field goal team on right now.
So Villalobos will come on. Villalobos will kick it from near the left hash as the ball is going to be spotted at the 13-yard line. Teed up at the 20. It'll be a 30-yard field goal attempt for Villalobos from the near hash. They had the extra point blocked on their opening touchdown drive. Good snap. The hold is down. The kick is on its way. Line drive kick is through. Now a late flag flies in. There was contact against Villalobos. So let's see how this is called. Will it be rushing into the kicker? Will it be roughing? We'll have to wait to see the official call, but this could be big.
It looks like they're going to decline this.
So it must be rushing.
Nope, here comes the North Shore offense.
Well, let's see what the signal is before anybody jumps to conclusions. As of now, the field goal is up and through. The field goal stands. It'd be 9-3 North Shore, 6:13 to play in the first. But if it's roughing, John Kay might elect to keep the offense onto the field and try to go for the touchdown. So running into the kicker is a 5-yard penalty. North Shore is going to take the points off the board and go for it on a 4th and 1 from the 8, going back to where we originally were before the false start on North Shore. Interesting decision.
In big games like this late in the year, sometimes you hate to take points off the board.
Davis out of the gun. Hard count, takes the snap, jump ball, left side, going up into the air, incomplete, pass intercepted. It deflects out of the hands of A.J. Carter, and then lunging to make the pick was Ohalete. Ohalete makes the interception. There is a flag down near sideline and the far sideline.
Yeah, they're going to get late.
Hard count, takes the snap, jump ball, left side, going up into the air, incomplete, pass intercepted. It deflects out of the hands of A.J. Carter, and then so that'll give the Mustangs the first down on the penalty. Seen 3 penalties in a row. North Shore the false start, running into the kicker. North Shore going for it on 4th and 1. And now the offsides penalty, keeping the drive alive. Half a distance to the goal, 1st and goal from the 4. Davis, handoff, Evans up the middle. Evans trying to bulldoze into the end zone, and he is in. Zach Evans with the power as he surges in from 4 yards out to give North Shore a 2-possession lead with 6:02 to play in the first quarter.
You described that perfectly. He was stopped at the 1, but then those big bulldozers up front helped push him over the ends and over the goal line and get him in for 6. Big mistake by Lake Travis, both penalties there.
A 4-yard touchdown run by Zach Evans is his 2nd rushing touchdown of the afternoon, his 27th rushing touchdown in his stellar junior year. Villalobos missed an extra point, made a field goal that you won't see in the box score tomorrow. And now we'll try for his 2nd extra point. Good snap, the hold is down, the kick is on its way, and it is through. And with 6:02 left to play in the first quarter, North Shore has opened up a 10-point lead. It's 13-3. And North Shore handling that first series by Lake Travis really well. They've responded nicely after giving away the first points of the game.
You don't want to say that it's a must-score drive early on, but Lake Travis has got to at least move the ball a little bit. Not saying they have to put points on the board, but they've got to come back and show that they can move the ball against this North Shore defense, because right now I'm not sure if the Lake Travis defense can stop North Shore's offense continuously.
Drive numbers on the touchdown drive for the Mustangs: 12 plays, 62 yards, 2 minutes and 40 seconds. As we mentioned, Zach Evans now 2 running touchdowns. And this is where North Shore wants to be. With the running game that they have with Zach Evans, the ability to throw off the run, the play actions, the slants that they have with Davis, being in front. Now, you can say this just about every single team, but the way that North Shore plays, having a 10-point lead first quarter goes a long way.
Yeah, it certainly does, because sometimes it'll take teams out of what they normally want to do. We saw that when they played Katy a couple weeks ago. Katy was forced to throw more than they wanted to, and it made the Tigers' offense uncomfortable. Lake Travis throws it almost every time, so they won't be taken out of their comfort zone, but they'll have the pressure to make things happen more on their shoulders.
Villalobos has it teed up and will get set to kick it away. He's went with 2-line drive kicks both times. And he'll do it again, but this time kicks it to the near side for Eves, and it'll hook out of bounds.
Well, that's going to be good field position for the Cavaliers offense.
You know, I don't think it's such a bad idea. It's not as punitive as it once was, and probably that it should be. And you kick it away from a dangerous returner like Garrett Wilson. I'm willing to give away a few extra yards on the starting position than to have an opportunity for Garrett Wilson to try to return a kick.
Right. I understand that philosophy as well.
And this drive's only going to start at the 30-yard line. It's only 5 yards better than a touchback. I don't know if that was strategic or just a hook, but either way, it didn't work out so bad for North Shore. Lake Travis went 3 and out last time they had the ball. Hudson Card starts out in a shotgun set, 1st and 10 from the 30. Hands it off. It's Sean Brown, Nixon's first carry of the night. He goes nowhere. Trying to run off tackle to the left side, and Corey Flagg meets him at the line of scrimmage, and Brown Nixon gets nothing.
Yeah, that's their second running play they've tried tonight, and neither one of them has looked very good at all.
Brown Nixon, the backup senior back, 345 yards coming into tonight's game. He backs up the sophomore Stevens, but they don't run much. 2nd down and 10. Motion Eves from right to left. Card takes the snap, pressure in his face, now rolls right. Card out of the pocket. Card gets around the rusher and will take it out of bounds past the 30-yard line. Ashton Reynolds was the North Shore Mustang defender that provided the hurry. Card was able to turn the corner and steps out of bounds to the 33 for a gain of 3. Not much, but better than losing yards.
No, but he's got pressure all up in his face every single snap, it feels like.
You can tell that's the strategy for North Shore. Make him uncomfortable, get him out of the pocket. Because if he's in the pocket, he can pick you apart. 3rd and 7 from the 33 for the Cavaliers. We're under 5:20 left to play in the first. Two receivers each side. Carr takes the snap, 5-man blitz. Pass right side, incomplete. A lot of coverage there, a lot of contact there, nothing called. Kyle Eves was the intended target, and Keon Stewart blanketing Kyle Eves on the coverage.
That's a great way of putting it, Jeremy, because he was on his back like a blanket when you're cold. So North Shore's going to hold. Lake Travis is going to have to punt.
How about this defense for the Mustangs? Back-to-back 3-and-outs.
They made the adjustment when they needed to down here at the 5, kept them out of the end zone for a field goal. It's been all Mustangs defense since then.
Hudson Card doubles as the punter. He stands at his own 18. Cockrell to the returner for North Shore is in the near 30. Manuel at the far 30. Calling for the fair catch as Cockrell makes the fair catch about 33. So North Shore already leading by 10. This is a dangerous part of the game. Look, we're still tons of football left to be played. Nothing's going to be determined based on this North Shore series. But if the Mustangs can make it 3 drives in a row with a touchdown and extend what is a 2-possession lead into a 3-possession lead, Lake Travis would be in dangerous territory. They are a team that can come back. They've proven it, but you don't want to be down more than 2 possessions to this Mustang offense.
I don't think they've come back against a team like a North Shore, so they need to get a stop here.
1st and 10 from the 33. Davis in a shotgun set, takes the snap, throws it out left side to Gentry out of the backfield. Gentry fighting for some extra yards. Boy, Gentry fighting with every being in his body for the extra 2 yards to the 37. He's forced out of bounds by Nick Villarreal and Hunter Simo that combine on the tackle and goes for 4 yards to the 37.
Well, you just said it perfectly about Gentry. A lot of these speed guys, you can knock them over if you touch them. He was powering through a couple of tacklers trying to get the extra yard.
2nd down and 6. 2 backs into the backfield, 1 to each shoulder. Davis hands it off. Evans, hole up the middle. Evans is tackled from behind across the 45, shy of midfield to the 48-yard line. A 9-yard gain, an 11-yard gain and a 1st down as Trevino makes the tackle from the back, hanging on to the ankles of Zach Evans.
Great cut right there. They brought Gentry around the outside like he was going to lead for the sweep. Tailback cut it up inside and found himself an alley for 12.
They go under 4:20 left to play in the first. 1st down and 10 from the 47. Play action. Davis steps into the pocket, hit from behind, he loses the ball. It's on the turf. It looks like Lake Travis has it. Nick Villarreal jumps on top of it. The fumble was forced by Caleb Winson.
That may be the break that Lake Travis needed right there.
Davis was hit from behind by Winson. Villarreal jumping on top of it. Here's the replay. You can see the pressure on the backside by Winson. And then Villarreal just saw it. Bounced right into him, and he jumped on top of it. Lake Travis, like you said, needed a break, and they get one with 4:04 left to play in the first quarter.
Now taking over in North Shore's end of the field. Good idea to put 6 on the board here.
Card will begin this drive at the 43-yard line. Looking to go deep for Wilson. Incomplete pass.
A lot of hand fighting down there. Ball was underthrown. Not quite a back shoulder throw as he really led him too far.
Upton Stout had the coverage. You mentioned a lot of jockeying there between both of them. I thought there was contact both ways, and the officials letting them play one-on-one coverage. That's a tall order for anybody in this state, and Upton Stout was up to it at least on that play. 2nd and 10 coming up from the 43-yard line. Timeout called from North Shore. They saw something that they didn't like defensively. They take the timeout just ahead of the snap. So 3:57 left to play in the first. 13-3 North Shore lead. What do you make of it so far? What are some early first quarter thoughts you have, Eric?
Well, North Shore's as good as we thought they were. I'm surprised that they were able to stop Lake Travis as well as they have on the 2 3-and-outs like we talked, and stopping them on the field goal. Lake Travis was marching right down the field, had that little small interruption, and then ever since then it's been all North Shore's defense. So I'm impressed with how well North Shore's been able to hold up to them, but we knew about their speed on defense as well. It's just a matter of, can Lake Travis go right at the North Shore defense to make the running game work, just to help offset a little bit of the passing game.
Games today produced by TexanLive.com. Thanks for all of their hard work. Eric Folkerts, Jeremy Branham upstairs in the booth. 13-3 North Shore leads, 3:57 left to play in the first quarter. Second down and 10 as Lake Travis comes out of the timeout. Card will be in a shotgun set with trips to the left side. Tailback Stevens to the right shoulder. Stevens motions out of the backfield. Card takes the snap. Here comes the jailbreak blitz. Card breaks a tackle. He's looking to get rid of it, and he does. Was he out of the pocket?
That's what I was looking for too, Jeremy.
Marco Crawford, one of many Mustangs providing the hurry. And out of the pocket was Card. Boy, how did Card escape that? That was a Houdini act from the junior.
Mercy. And had he taken off and run, I think he would have been okay. He probably would have had a pretty good game, but he kept his eyes upfield trying to make something happen.
3rd and 10 from the 43. Trips left side, one receiver to the right. Card takes the snap, 4-man rush. Card steps into the pocket. Card is hammered down by Tony Bradford. Bradford, the touchdown club of Houston Defensive Player of the Year, records his 10th sack of the season, and boy, it comes at a big time as North Shore forces their 3rd 3-and-out in a row, and it comes right after North Shore turned it over offensively.
Great job right there, Bradford. The bull rush, pushing straight up field. When the quarterback comes by him, all he's got to do is slide off the block and make the sack.
Card will stand at his own 39, getting set to punt it away. One man back deep for North Shore as Dorian Manuel stands at his 10. Card gets it off, a spiraling punt. It's actually Cockrell, and Cockrell returns it from the 9. Cockrell dives across the 5, out to about the 17. It will go for a modest 8-yard gain, but some hidden yardage there. If Cockrell lets that bounce, that could be something that was pinned inside of the 5. Good returning there by Cockrell.
Interesting thing about North Shore right there is they didn't have anybody really up on the line to pressure anybody. You kind of gave it away that they were going to set up the return right there. The previous couple of punts, they had 8 guys up on the line and 6 of them came. So just an interesting little sidebar right there to look at as we go through the game.
This will already be the 4th possession of the game for North Shore, and we still have just over 3 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Lake Travis showing blitz off the edge. It's a handoff up the middle, though, for Evans, and Evans will get 3 to the 20.
Now that little blitz off the edge right there, all that does is allow the zone read to happen to the running back, and it just takes away the option for the quarterback. It basically dictates where the ball is going to go.
Villarreal and Winson combining on the tackle. 2nd down and 7 from the Mustangs at their own 20-yard line, leading by 10. Davis takes the snap out of the gun, pass right side, wide open at the 25, runs it across the 30, inside the hashes past the 35-yard line. As the catch and run by Shadrick Banks, the sophomore, Ohalete finally brings him down at the 37, but not before a gain of 17 and a 1st down. North Shore hustles to the line to see if they can get Lake Travis out of the alignment. They couldn't, and now North Shore changed the play at the line. 1st and 10. Davis keeps himself in the read option, running left. Nice juke move across the 45. He's past the 50. He's into Lake Travis territory to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, 5, and into the end zone for the touchdown. A 63-yard touchdown run for Demetrius Davis gives North Shore another score with 2:01 to play in the first. But there is a flag down, and it's coming back.
Yeah, one of the offensive linemen is up here pleading his case right in the middle of the Texans logo, so I'm guessing we're going to get a holding penalty here. Nicely done on the outside, though. Nice job running the zone read. They blocked that zone blitzer off the edge, and nice job of reading it, and nice speed on the takeaway by the quarterback.
So the flag will wipe away the 63-yard touchdown run from Zach Evans. A beautifully designed play by Willie Gaston. Saw exactly what the Lake Travis defense was doing. So this will move it back to the 27. 1st and 20 now. Trips to the right side for North Shore. One receiver to the left for Davis in a shotgun set. Davis drops back, wants to throw, sets up the screen to Evans, makes the catch at the 25. Evans to the sideline, breaks a tackle to the 40, and he'll step out of bounds. Shy of the 1st down at the 43. It's a gain of 16.
Boy, they had a lot of guys out front leading that. Just Lake Travis broke that up by a nice job of getting underneath the blocks and running them out of bounds, but nicely designed play right there by the Mustangs.
Clock stops with 1:53 to go in the first. Davis handoff Evans. Evans runs into a wall at the front of the line. Raleigh Irwin was up to the task. No gainlet play. Evans gets to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
There you see a little bit of the action that Lake Travis is trying to do to confuse the offensive line of North Shore.
3rd and 4. Hard count by Davis, and now it looks over to the sideline to see if they want to check out of the play. Lake Travis checks out of their play. A chess match going on with both coaching staffs. Option right side. Davis will keep it himself. Davis has the first down to the 49. A gain of 6. Simo the stop, but not in time for the Mustangs to move the chains.
Little speed option right there, and had a lead blocker for him up the middle, trying to get his lead blocker to go a little bit. Nice job of power by the quarterback there to get the first down.
Yeah, he had Castellon in front of him, and he was trying to shove him out of the way. You provided the hole, now move it, big boy. 1st and 10 as we move under a minute to play in the first. Ball near midfield. Davis takes the snap. Out to Evans in the flat. Evans to the sideline. Evans a stiff arm, and he's forced out of bounds by Copeland Gothard on the far sideline of the 45-yard line. Gain of 6 in the play. You saw Gothard get the horse collar a little bit. It can't be a penalty there, though, because he didn't bring him down. If he brings him down, it can be a horse collar tackle. But the fact that he didn't go down might have cost Evans the penalty, although watching the in-house replay might have been more the jersey than the collar.
Correct.
2nd and 4 at the 45. Pass on the slant, nearly intercepted. A.J. Carter was the intended target, but Tag Humble was the best chance to catch that football. Humble read the route, stepped right in front of it.
Yeah, Tag did a great job of jumping the route right there, and great job of defense by the North Shore receiver to break that pass up, because that was an obvious interception.
You're right. That was great defense by a receiver. 3rd down and 4. At the Lake Travis 45, the Cav fans trying to make some noise and get into this game. But John Kay wants to take a timeout. Will be his 2nd timeout used. Lake Travis still has 2 remaining. 13-3. It's a pivotal point in this game. It's 3rd and short coming up for the Mustangs.
This is such a huge play. You see the Lake Travis defensive coordinator come off the sideline trying to keep his guys pumped up about what they're doing. And he knows that this is a big stop on a 3rd and 4 late in the first quarter. Big stop if they can make North Shore punt right here.
It's a North Shore team that has won 2 state titles. They've won both of their 2 state title appearances, 2-0 all time. Their latest coming in 2015 on this turf at NRG Stadium. Their other state championship came in 2003. 2-2 all time in state semifinals. And it's a little ironic. Their 2 losses in state semifinals came against Converse Judson back in 1996, back in 2007. Then they beat Judson in 2015 in a state semifinal. Last week, it was Lake Travis beating Converse Judson to get to this point. Lake Travis beating Judson 38-21.
Another one of the blue bloods we've talked about is Converse Judson.
A couple more blue bloods on the other side of the bracket. Duncanville and Allen. Those 2 teams playing today. Allen won the state championship last year. In fact, they beat Lake Travis 35-33. That was a game Lake Travis was trailing 21-0 right out of the gates, and Allen clung to a 2-point win in a state title. Here we go, 3rd and 4. Handoff, Gentry running right. Gentry has the first down, and he's loose down the sideline. Forced out of bounds inside the 25 by Ohalete. All the way to the 21 goes Gentry as he picks up 24 yards and he moves the sticks.
Well, Gentry kept his feet moving, knew there would be an opening, just trusted his offensive lineman, jumped to the outside and had a lot of green down the sideline. Looks like they missed a face mask at the end of that one.
Down to the 21. Clock stops with 39 seconds left in the quarter. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right for Davis in the shotgun set. Handoff Evans. Evans bounces to the right side. Evans a stiff arm. Evans lowers his shoulder. And a tackle made by Garrett Wilson, playing both ways in the state semifinal. Ball's marked at the 18-yard line, a gain of 3, and Evans was actually touched in the backfield and still able to pick up 3 yards.
Yeah, Trevino had him in the backfield dead to rights, but Evans was able to get outside him, keep his feet moving, and break away from Trevino, and made his way upfield for a gain where there was really nothing. Looks like they're going to let the end of the first quarter go out.
Teams will flip sides. North Shore has a 10-point lead after the end of one, 13-3. Lake Travis took the first lead of the game on the opening drive of the game. They marched down the field on a 9-play, 68-yard drive that took 1:58 off the clock. Hayes McCannon would drill a 22-yard field goal, but what doesn't get really told there, burying the lead, was that North Shore's defense was able to stiffen once Lake Travis drove down to the Mustang 5-yard line. North Shore would then score on back-to-back touchdowns, a 60-yard touchdown run by Zach Evans, a 4-yard touchdown run again by Zach Evans. He had 2 first-quarter touchdowns to take a 13-3 North Shore lead. So that's
The NFHS Learning Center is the leader in online education for the interscholastic community. At nfhslearn.com, you can find over 60 courses for coaches, administrators, officials, parents, students, and performing arts programs, including over 25 free courses such as concussion in sports, heat illness prevention, sudden cardiac arrest, and protecting students from abuse. For more information, visit the NFHS Learning Center.
To Evans on the first play in the second quarter. He bulldozes over a Cavalier defender, and into the end zone goes Evans. There is a penalty marker down at the 17-yard line. The officials are gathering. There was a North Shore lineman without a helmet on. This is a pivotal call. Which way does it go? Does it wipe off the touchdown? Is it a hands to the face that forced the North Shore lineman to lose his helmet? Explanation to Lake Travis head coach Hank Carter.
This ought to be an interesting call.
If he's giving an explanation to Hank Carter, he's not very happy.
There's no foul to play for the players coming in from the line.
So the touchdown will stand. Zach Evans, 10-yard touchdown, his 3rd touchdown of the game. It's now 19-3 North Shore.
Punishing run right there to finish off the run and finish off the drive. Mustangs jumping out to a 3-score lead now.
Villalobos on to attempt the extra point. Good snap. The hold is down. The kick is on its way, and it is good. 23, North Shore is in front, 11:54 to play in the second. 20 unanswered from North Shore, and Eric, all of the momentum belongs to the Mustangs.
Yeah, that hurt when Lake Travis wasn't able to capitalize on the turnover that they got it in North Shore territory, and then the Mustangs were able to take it right down the field and score again. Makes it very difficult for Lake Travis, but again, we know they've got the firepower to come back. They just have to try and solve this Mustang defense like they did the first drive of the game.
Drive summary for North Shore, a 10-play, 83-yard drive that uses 3:09 off the clock. The extra point through. North Shore now leads by 17. Lake Travis, you mentioned on their last drive that it wasn't a must-score drive. Still too early for that, and it still probably is. But boy, would it be nice if they could somehow break this 20 unanswered for the Mustangs.
Well, when you get the ball in their territory and you can't score, that's a huge momentum swing back to the team that makes a stop, and in this case it was North Shore. So yeah, Lake Travis has had some opportunities to put points on the board. We talked about it. If you get in the red zone or get a turnover in their territory, you got to put 6 on the board, and Lake Travis is 0 for 2 in that category.
2 men back deep, Kyle Eves and Garrett Wilson. Wilson back deep, stands inside his 10. Eves as well back there as Villalobos will drive a kick that's going to force Wilson back. Wilson from the goal line. Wilson follows his blockers to the 20-25. Wilson to the 30. Wilson near sideline to the 40. Wilson across midfield, and Wilson shoved out of bounds in North Shore territory as John Gentry chases him down, runs him out of bounds. The last line of defense for North Shore as Wilson, they give him the ball, and he makes something happen as he gets the return out to the North Shore 43. A return of 57 yards.
Boy, they blocked that well and gave him Wilson a chance, but Gentry did a nice job of playing his role as safety perfectly and ran him out of bounds, but it's great position here for Lake Travis.
1st and 10. Shotgun set for Card, 2 receivers to the right. Card's going to take it himself, quarterback power up the middle, and Card will power forward to the 40 for a gain of 3. Actually, let's call it the 41, pick up 2. Bradford the stop. We're under 11 and a half minutes to play in the first half. A very long first quarter.
Lots of action, Jeremy.
Lots of action. 2nd and 8. Card in the gun. Card looking to throw. Card's going to throw it deep, looking for Wilson, and it's incomplete. Into double coverage. Keon Stewart had the coverage on the near side. It was Hewitt on the backside, and it was Stewart who almost intercepted it.
That's one of the few times that Carr has had time to stand back there and throw. The Lake Travis offensive line did a good job right there of giving him time.
There was a rush on the edge from North Shore. He was leaping over one of the linemen as I was following the ball and saw Card throw it downfield. 3rd down and 8. Card to throw. Here comes the blitz. Card gets rid of it as he's hit, and it's incomplete. Looking for Kyle Eves. Hewitt had the coverage. And again, North Shore, if Lake Travis decides to punt, will have forced a 3 and out. Here comes the punt unit. 4 straight 3 and outs for this defense.
Lake Travis is having to go to max protect now to give the quarterback time, which means less people in the pattern, and North Shore can cover fewer receivers out there.
Manuel to the near side, Cockrell to the far side. Both stand at their 10. Card will stand at his own 45, getting set to kick it away. Good snap back to Card. And Card will send a high spiraling punt into the air. And the catch is made by Manuel at the 16-yard line. That's where this drive will open up for the Mustangs. 23 North Shore lead. They've been put on the back by Zach Evans, who has all 3 touchdowns. Boy, Zach Evans, talk about back-to-back weeks. He had 5 touchdowns last week in the win against Cy-Fair, and he has 3 touchdowns about 13 minutes into this game.
8 touchdowns for some running backs is a pretty good season.
Davis in the shotgun set. Hands it off Gentry. Gentry running left. Gentry following blockers. The ball came out. Ball is loose on the turf. As Gentry puts it on the ground. It was forced by Hunter Simo. And they're signaling 2nd down on the field, so North Shore recovers.
Part of the peril of fighting for extra yardage means extra defenders get in there and start hacking and slashing at that ball. Gentry's got to keep that thing high and tight or get 2 hands around it.
He goes for 7 yards to the 23, sets up a 2nd down and 3. You would think in a 20-3 game it'd be Lake Travis that's been sloppy with the ball, but that's the 2nd time North Shore has put the ball on the turf. Handoff up the middle. They go right back to Gentry, who just fumbled. And Gentry runs into the line. Matthew Peterman leading the charge, followed by Raleigh Irwin. And no gain on the play for Gentry. 3rd down and 3. We'll roll under 10 minutes left to play in the half. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left for Davis in the gun. Fakes the handoff, pass right side. The catch is made out on the right side by Zorhan Radu. And Radu takes it across for the 1st down to the 32. Tag Humble to stop. The North Shore again converting on 3rd down for a gain of 9. And that's one area North Shore has been very good today, is moving the chains on 3rd down.
Nice job by Radu there of setting up his blocks. Too many times on those little screens like that, the receiver just plows into the defender because they don't read a block real well. That time the receiver Radu did a nice job of setting up his block and then exploding through the hole that was given to him.
Player down on the near sideline. 23 North Shore in front by 17. 9:46 left to play in the 2nd quarter. Mentioned the winner of this gets Duncanville and Allen. Those teams playing today as well. Would set up the Class 6A Division I state title game, which is the headliner on the marquee next week in Arlington at AT&T Stadium, Jerry's World. As the winner of this one gets the winner of Allen and Duncanville at 7 o'clock next Saturday night to wrap up all of the state championship games in the state of Texas, which way it should be.
Yeah, we got another good one tonight. Also, we got Shadow Creek against San Antonio Wagner coming up at 6 o'clock, I believe, right here from NRG Stadium as well.
Shadow Creek, first year of football. They've had a good one. The Sharks, they're called.
Yeah. Sharks have done a nice job with their program down there in Alvin ISD, and they've got a great team as well. Beat a very tough Foster team out of Lamar Consolidated last week in region finals, and they've got a really good group of kids, and they've got an explosive quarterback that you'll love to watch him tonight at 6 o'clock.
I saw him earlier this year where they were clicking on all cylinders, but they weren't playing at their best. But that's a dangerous team. All right, 1st and 10 for North Shore. So snap comes from their 32. Shotgun set for Davis, sets up the screen right side. Catch made by Gentry. Gentry down the right sideline. Forced out of bounds. A flag flies in on the backside of the play. Stepped out at the 45. It's a gain of 13 yards. We need to check the penalty.
Yeah, this one might be one of those new blocking below the waist penalties that they don't like to have outside the box, tackle box, and downfield. That's kind of a point of emphasis. I know we over at Kempner, we run the flex bone in a lot of our blocking downfield, and that's a big point of emphasis is no blocking below the waist downfield.
Bill? He called it. It'll be a spot foul. Right now the marker's at the 33. 1 yard ahead of the line of scrimmage. They're actually going to walk it off to the 34.
15-yard penalty on this one. That's a personal foul penalty.
Should put it at the 19.
Your math is excellent, Jeremy.
It's going to bring up a rare 1st down and 23. You don't see those every day. So you actually give Gentry credit on a 2-yard catch to the spot of the foul, and then you back it up 15 yards from there. Clock rolling under 9.5 minutes to play. Davis in the gun. Hands it off. Gentry bounces to the right side. Gentry lowers the shoulder. Gentry's forced out of bounds by Kyle Eves at the 23. So he gains 4 yards before he's forced out.
A little bit of a counter action right there as Gentry starts to the left, then follows the lead blocker, which is his left guard, pulling out to the right. But Lake Travis did a nice job of swarming the lead blocker and making Gentry fall down and go down before he wanted to, obviously.
2nd down and 19 for North Shore at their own 23-yard line. Trips to the left side, one receiver to the right. Davis in a shotgun set, Gentry to the left shoulder. Davis wants to throw, 4-man rush. Davis going to step into the pocket. Davis is hit, and he's brought down after a gain of 3 to the 26.
Oh, Jeremy.
Caleb Winson with the tackle. Player down. Training staffs for both teams will come on, give everybody water, make sure everybody's all right. So the 3-yard gain to the 26 will set up a 3rd down and 16. Getting loose on the far sideline is Roger Hagan, the backup quarterback.
A little interesting tidbit for you, Jeremy. Ever since that first drive for Lake Travis, they have 11 yards of total offense, and North Shore has 275. Just to show you how the tables have turned since that first drive.
You look at total yards just in general, 275 yards for North Shore, 64 for Lake Travis, 13 first downs for North Shore, 4 for Lake Travis, and it's been a dominating first half so far for the Mustangs. So Roger Hagan, the junior quarterback, will come into the game. This season, he's completed 25 of his 41 pass attempts for 268 yards. Is a good quarterback. He's just behind a better one. So Hagan will take over the quarterback duties at the moment for the Mustangs. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Hagan takes the snap, steps into the pocket. Hagan's going to run to the 30 and across the 30, down to the 31. It's a gain of 5. And North Shore is going to have to punt. Derek Johnson with the stop.
tough situation for your backup quarterback to come into. They're 3rd and 16, and they did a nice job of just calling quarterback draw, let him get the snap, let him work the ball upfield and see what he can get, and then live on to play the next series.
Eves is back deep to return for Lake Travis, standing near side at the 40. Flores is on to punt for North Shore. Flores, rugby style, high spiraling punt. Eves makes the catch at the 35, and he called the fair catch very early in the punt. Lake Travis takes over with 8:15 left to play in the second quarter at their own 35-yard line.
Just a 34-yard punt. North Shore is not known for their strong kicking game. Their punter is usually about a 30 to 35-yard average, so Eves knew immediately when the ball got in the air, he could catch it. The coverage is going to be there. Call that fair catch right away.
North Shore by 17. Cavaliers come back onto the field. Card out of the shotgun with a receiver left, 2 to the right. Fullback motions from left to right. Card takes the snap, rolls right. Pressure again. Card throws it away. The Mustangs have timed their blitzes nicely and have just aggravated the passing game for Lake Travis. 2nd down and 10 coming up. Trips right side, one receiver to the left. Card will move Stevens from his right shoulder to his left shoulder as they check out of the play. 4-man rush this time. Card over the middle. The catch is made by Eves. And then Eves ducks down as Corey Flagg was coming in hot to gain a 4 to the 39.
Yeah, and the North Shore crowd has given Eves a little bit of grief about that, about ducking down and avoiding the big hit.
3rd and 6, trips right side for Card. Lone receiver on the near side is Garrett Wilson. We get near the 7.5 mark in the second. Card out of the gun, 4-man rush. Card throwing it deep, left sideline for Wilson, can't make the catch. The coverage again by Upton Stout. Card had some pressure. He got rid of it. Here comes the punt team again. The 5th 3 and out in a row forced by this Mustang defense.
And Card did not give his receiver a chance to catch that one. That ball landed a good 3 yards out of bounds. It makes it very difficult, of course, for the receiver to go get it.
Manuel on the near side, Cocker on the far side. The 2 punt returners back deep for North Shore. Card stands at his 25. High spiraling punt. Fair catch called for and is made at the 26-yard line by Marcus Cochran. 7:19 to play in the second. Mustangs begin this drive at their 27. 6th drive of the night for North Shore. 3 of those touchdown drives, 1 fumble, 1 ended in a punt. That was the last time they had the ball. And Demetrius Davis is back into the game for the Mustangs at quarterback. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right for Davis in a shotgun set. Handoff Evans. Evans running left, puts on the brakes, and here comes some flags. It's going to be a face mask. Might have been Trevino that got him.
Then the ball came loose, and one of the Lake Travis defenders kept playing, and that drew an uproar from the North Shore crowd again as they hit Davis. A little bit low there, but ball was loose, and they kept playing until they heard the whistle.
Personal foul, face mask, on the defense, 15-yard penalty, first down.
Marking it from the 28. Now they marked it from the 27. A 15-yard penalty to the 42. Gives the Mustangs some real estate. 7:14 rolling in the second quarter. North Shore by 17. Davis play action. Rolls right. He's calling for his receiver to come back for it. He does. The throw near sideline incomplete. Banks was the intended target. Eves had the coverage.
That's great communication between the quarterback and the receiver. The receiver had run way downfield, 30-yard route. Davis told him to come back. I need a receiver. And they darn near made a nice completion out of that. What should have been a broken play or no gain. Had a chance at a big gain right there.
Second down and 10. Davis in the gun, Evans to his right shoulder, one receiver left, two to the right. Handoff, Evans up the middle, Evans to the 45, and Evans is brought down with a leg tackle at the 47. It's a gain of 5. Nick Villarreal had the stop defensively for the Cavaliers.
Between the tackles, Lake Travis is holding their own. It's when they get to the edges, North Shore does a good job of blocking the edges and letting their running backs get to the outside.
3rd and 6. From the 47, Davis over the middle, catch is made by Rideau. Rideau a juke to the left sideline. Rideau's gone. 10-5 into the end zone. Touchdown, North Shore. A 53-yard touchdown connection from Davis to Rideau, and North Shore is pouring it on in the first half.
Davis saw him immediately matched up against the linebacker, knew Rideau had the speed advantage. Rideau did a nice job of catching the ball, getting to the sideline, then picked up a block from A.J. Carter and was able to get in the end zone untouched.
Villalobos is on to attempt the extra point. Out of the hold of Gentry. Good snap, good hold, kicks on its way, and it is good. North Shore has scored 27 unanswered, and they lead Lake Travis 27-3.
This is what they refer to, Jeremy, as stepping on the throat of your opponent and not letting them back up. Right now, North Shore is doing everything they can to keep Lake Travis stifled, and Lake Travis has got no answer.
None so far. See what Hank Carter and Lake Travis has drawn up for the next series. It's getting lost in this, too. Drive summary, by the way. 3 plays, 73 yards, 56 seconds off the clock. Not only is the offense hitting on all cylinders, but it's the defense that is providing the opportunities.
Yeah.
5 straight 3-and-outs to this high-powered Lake Travis offense. And I don't think anybody saw this coming. I mean, it's a North Shore team that is very good. It's a North Shore team that has a very good defense. But it's a North Shore offense that's really their calling card. Their defense gives up about 11 points a game. They've had some trouble recently stopping teams. Cy Fair scoring 21, Katy 38, Dickinson 21. When I say stopping teams, I use that word a little bit more tighter than I would use it for some.
But you rattled off 3 really good teams
yeah.
that are up in the upper echelon of teams in the Houston area.
I mean, Lake Travis averages 45 points per game, over 440 yards per game. You'd think they would get a few first downs. Garrett Wilson came up to make that catch, trying to return a high pooch kick. Denisio called the fair catch, though, and it doesn't matter who catches the ball. If there is a fair catch signal, it doesn't matter who catches it. The fair catch is how it's ruled on the field, and that's why there was no return for Wilson, and it looked like Wilson was frustrated a little bit with his teammate. Here comes the Lake Travis offense. Handoff, Stevens up the middle, and Stevens takes it forward to the 30-yard line. It's a 4-yard gain from the 26 to the 30. Now the running game trying perhaps for Lake Travis. Jordan Revels the stop. Haven't seen much of the running game. Stevens over to the right shoulder for Card. Trip to the left side, one receiver to the right. Card, quarterback power up the middle, spins but can't spin away from the defender. Corey Flagg, the middle linebacker, the leading tackler for North Shore coming into the game with 113, makes the stop at the 31 for a gain of a yard.
And Flagg made a nice play on that, don't get me wrong, but the running back completely missed the block. Otherwise, Card might have a first down out of that.
Third down and 6. Shotgun set. Card takes the snap, pressure up the middle. Card spins away from it. Card back to his right. Card hit and sacked by Corey Flagg. Corey Flagg missed him at first, but he will not be denied a second time.
Yeah, we thought that was coming when Card started to circle around and Flagg missed him the first time. You knew Flagg wasn't going to give up on him the second time.
Flagg racing in to bring down Hudson Card, and it's the 6th 3-and-out in a row. Card stands at his 10 to punt it away with 4:45 to play in the second. Nearly blocked. It's a high, spiraling punt that's caught by Cockrell. Cockrell running left, and Cockrell will power to the 45. Racing in was Jermon Batiste that nearly blocked it. 4:33 to go in the second quarter. North Shore will take over at their own 45. 4:33 left to play in the quarter.
North Shore also gets the ball to start the second half, so they could score here and then get another one at the beginning of the third quarter, which, I don't know. That's tough then.
You can watch this game not only on the NFHS network, but also on the Facebook Watch tab as part of the Road to State, brought to you by the NFHS network. Handoff, Gentry. Gentry running left. Gentry sidesteps the defender. Gentry to the 40. Gentry cannot stay in bounds. He has the first down. He's into Cavalier territory, down to the 37. Credit Aiden Nava with the shove out. But a pickup of 18 yards by Gentry on the first carry of the drive.
Nice job blocking up front by North Shore. A couple of missed tackles by the Cavaliers, and that leads to a big gain.
It's a 24-point North Shore lead. Davis will go under center this time. Motion Rideau from left to right. Tight end on the left side of the line. Hand off Gentry again. Gentry hits the hole. Not much room to run. He gains 2 yards to the 35. Trevino the tackle.
Him going under center is just something like, well, let's see if we can do this now. You got a 24-point lead. You can try some different things.
North Shore, you can tell they're keeping their foot on the gas. They're thinking knockout blow, up 24 with less than 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. And this is a Lake Travis offense that you might not see it today, but they can put up points in a hurry. Davis wants to throw. Davis gets away from a rusher, and now Davis just throws it away. Irwin had the pressure, nearly brought down Davis. Incomplete pass, sets up a 3rd and 8, probably 4-down territory for the Mustangs.
Yeah, you don't want to punt this one really, and field goal team's too far away, although we did see their kicker making a 45-yarder in pregame heading in this direction. So maybe another 10 yards or 7 yards, maybe they take a shot at a field goal.
We also saw an extra point blocked, so something that potentially could change some momentum. 3rd and 8, Davis setting up the screen, left side Gentry. Good block on the left side. Gentry's hit hard across the 30 and tackled at the 28. He's going to be a yard shy of the first down. It's a gain of 7 on the play. Player down. Rylan Koloa makes the tackle.
James Taylor with a pancake block and then went downfield and got himself another block. That's a big man running at a defensive back downfield, and man, I don't know if I'd jump in the way of him.
Yeah, North Shore has been playing hard today. They lead by 24. You know, it's a North Shore team that's very young. Davis, a sophomore. Evans, a junior. Their best receiver. Banks is a sophomore. In fact, their 4 starting receivers, 2 of them are underclassmen. The one area, if we're talking about next year, and I understand that we're still looking at 2018, North Shore trying to play for a state championship, but we have a second here. 2019, all of their skill players are back. I'm wondering a little bit about the offensive line. If there's one thing that I'm going to be looking at early next season, 2019, with North Shore, is how they are in the trenches. Because they have everything you'd want with the skill guys, but how about the offensive lineman up front that opens up all of the room for the skill guys? We just saw it on that last play.
Well, the nice part is you had a young quarterback and an experienced offensive line, so you can do some things to give the rookie quarterback some time to work things out. Next year, it'll be a flip. They'll do some things to get the ball out of the hands of the quarterback quicker so the offensive line doesn't have to hold those blocks for 3 to 4 seconds. So they'll be back. They'll reload and do a good job next year as well. But, man, they are loaded right now this year, like you say, Jeremy.
They are. They'll lose some players defensively as well. Lake Travis, they'll have Card coming back, junior that is known for over 3,300 yards. Now, they'll lose Garrett Wilson, one of the best receivers in the nation. Kyle Eves, only a junior as well. There's tailback Weston Stevens, a sophomore. 4th down and 1. North Shore's going to go for it. Davis under center. He'll sneak it, and he has the first down.
I saw the running back come in motion and settle behind the quarterback. I thought we were going to see the Bush push, and that's exactly what they did.
Gain of 3 on the quarterback sneak. Under 3:20 left to play in the first half. North Shore a little more deliberate now. I'm sure they wouldn't mind if this is close to the last possession of the half, or at least milk the clock and leave Lake Travis very little time to work with if they were to get the ball again. Handoff Gentry. Gentry bouncing left side. Gentry runs into several Cavaliers and is brought down at the 23-yard line. Trey Sophia, a junior defensive end, makes the stop. It's a gain of 2 yards to the 23. A lot of pushing and shoving in the secondary, and some blocking downfield with some of these receivers and some of these corners.
Getting a little chippy out there on the edges. They do say the further away you get from the ball, the more you talk. So I'm sure there's some talking going on out there.
2nd down and 8. Shotgun snap, handoff. This time it goes to Evans. Evans, patience. Evans hits the hole hard. Evans breaks a tackle, and now he turns on the Jets and sprints into the end zone. A 23-yard touchdown run by Zach Evans. That's his 4th rushing touchdown in the first half.
And, you know, yeah, Evans got in the end zone, but the thing that I picked up on was Damian George was laying on top of 3 Cavalier defenders right there, pancaked all 3 of them, and Evans squirted through there and made a nice run out of that. Great effort by the offensive line right there of the Mustangs.
Zach Evans, 4th rushing touchdown of the half. Villalobos is on to attempt the extra point with 2:13 left to play in the second. Good snap, hold down, kick on the way, and it is good. 2:13 left to go in the half. There's a flag down at the end of the kick as well, right in the area of running into the kicker.
I think they're going to call the 5-yard penalty.
Probably tack that on to the kickoff spot. How about Evans? What have you seen from Zach Evans today? You see the replay of him sprinting into the end zone on the 23-yard touchdown run. 4 rushing touchdowns today. He had 5 total touchdowns last week. He now has 29 rushing touchdowns on the season.
Just tremendous patience, Jeremy. He knows his big boys up front are going to do the job for him. He just knows that he's just got to be patient, let them get the edge and get the angles that they need, and then when it's time to go, which he did. And from the 15-yard line in, he was a blur, just a jet of speed right there.
Drive summary for North Shore: 7 plays, 55 yards, 2 minutes and 37 seconds off the clock, and now a 34-3 North Shore lead. If I would have told you before we started this game, 2:13 left to play in the half, North Shore leads 34-3, what would you tell me?
I would have told you that Lake Travis has had 8 turnovers and some of their key guys would have been injured. I did not picture this happening at all, Jeremy. I thought this was going to be a high-scoring game all the way through, and I thought maybe this would be a 44-41 ball game like we saw with Liberty Hill and Carthage last night. I never would have pictured this, never would have imagined this.
Total yards, too. North Shore 393 yards in the first half. They've held Lake Travis to 67.
53 on the first drive of the game. Crazy.
Villalobos has it teed up near 40. Near hash. And he'll send a high pooch kick into the air. That's going to be returnable for Garrett Wilson. Wilson makes the catch at the 28, tries to reverse to the near side. Wilson looking for some room, and he's bottled up, brought down. Never got anything going. Tackle made by Dorian Hewitt at the 31. It's a 3-yard return for Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, that time they moved Wilson up and flip-flopped him with one of the upbacks to give him a chance to return that one. And when you run laterally against a very tough, fast coverage team, you don't tend to gain very many yards.
Lake Travis earlier this season was beaten by 30 points against Westlake, 44-14. Lake Travis heard a lot of doubters then. Said that this isn't as good a Lake Travis team as the Lake Travis teams in the past. All they've done is win 7 in a row since then, get to another state semifinal.
And Westlake is in the semifinals as well, so it wasn't a slouch that they lost to.
Handoff Stevens. Stevens with a 1-yard gain doubles up the run output that Lake Travis has had in the first half. Ashton Reynolds, the senior, with the tackle.
I think you're going to see Lake Travis take a little bit longer between plays right here and try and run some clock and just get into the halftime.
They could use the points, though, down 31. I see your point, though. Card the handoff to Stevens. Stevens running right. Stevens to the sideline. Stevens has the first down as he's shoved out of bounds on a huge hit by Dorian Hewitt. He'll be spotted at the 42. It's a gain of 10 and a Cavalier first down. Got the first down, first rushing first down. First down for Lake Travis since that first drive. But he felt it.
He got whacked pretty good along the sideline.
Card, 1st and 10. Card, quarterback sweep to the right side, cuts back to his left, tackled from the backside across the 45 to the 47. A gain of 5 yards. Jordan Revels makes the stop. Under a minute 20 left to go in the quarter. Lake Travis still has 2 timeouts remaining. North Shore with 1. Handoff, Brown, Nixon. He goes nowhere. Corey Flagg meets him at the line of scrimmage. Makes the stop. It'll go for a gain of a yard to the 48. 3rd down and 4. Under a minute to play in the half.
Lake Travis just trying to run the ball. Again, run the clock. If one of these pops, great. But it looks like now they're going to go empty set. Try and take a shot.
2 receivers left, 3 to the right. Card in the gun. North Shore showing blitz. On a 3rd down and 4 from the 48. Play clock down to 10. They bring in a receiver to the right side of the line. Card. Play clock down to 5. And timeout Lake Travis just before the snap.
Well, when Lake Travis has gone empty, North Shore has brought the house. They matched up everybody man on man and then bring one more than the Cavaliers can block. And I think that Lake Travis saw that was happening. They were going to bring a blitz that they didn't account for, and that's why they used the timeout when they did.
Just 29 seconds left in the quarter as well. Both teams will have 1 timeout left. How aggressive do you think Lake Travis gets trying to convert this first down?
I think, boy, I tell you what, I think I'd probably lick my wounds and run the ball and try and head into the halftime. But at this point now you've got, North Shore could use their timeout and try and come after the punt because they've come close a couple of times tonight to getting a punt. So, North Shore does have 1 timeout, but then you wonder with Coach Key, is it going to look like running up the score? But like I always said, if you promise me Lake Travis isn't going to try and score, then we would stop trying to score. Well, Lake Travis isn't going to stop trying to score, so you try and keep scoring as much as you can until the game is in hand. It's
an interesting decision because Lake Travis had everything go against them in this first half. So you can see the point where, okay, let's get to the locker room and talk about things and try to recover. You can also look at it from the other point of view. You're down 31, you got to score whenever you can. They go empty again and now motion the tight end into the line. 3rd down, looking to throw on the slant. Catch made and a shoestring tackle on Garrett Wilson by Upton Stout. That saved a touchdown, and there's no doubt about it. Gain of 12 and a first down, though.
No question, Jeremy. He saved a touchdown.
Clock rolls, under 20 seconds left to go in the half. Flip Stevens. No, he didn't flip Stevens. He wanted to, but didn't. Card out of the gun. Card's going to launch it deep. Right sideline. Garrett Wilson can't hang on. Upton Stout has drawn the assignment, and Upton Stout has done a heck of a job in the first half.
Wow. That was 6.
You thought so? You thought back-to-back plays? You had flashes of 6 if you're Lake Travis.
Now, what this little last drive does,
I think Stout barely got a finger on it and changed the direction of the pass.
But these last little plays, this last drive has now given Lake Travis some things that they can work with.
9 seconds left, 2nd and 10. A backwards pass, looking to throw is McCree. Now he's just going to tuck and run. McCree will step out of bounds with 2 seconds left as he goes out at the 31. Keon Stewart to stop. It's a 9-yard gain.
Yeah, Card was running right down the middle of the field. He was going to be the receiver for that one. But North Shore did a nice job with their safeties, kept them back 25, 30 yards, saw that one coming the whole way.
Time for one more play. Each team with a timeout left. Card looks near sideline, takes the snap. 4-man rush. Card throws it deep into the end zone. Catch incomplete. It got knocked out of the hands of Garrett Wilson on a hit delivered by Jordan Pollard.
Wow. I want to see a replay of that because that looked like it was in Wilson's hands.
I think he had it, and then he had it knocked out with the blow. 34-3. That takes us to the end of the first half. A first half dominated by North Shore. As we watched the replay, he was bobbling it, and then the hit delivered by Pollard on the backside of it didn't allow Wilson a chance to secure the football on the bobble.
Yeah, great job by Jordan there not to give up on that play and breaks up the pass. Great job right there by the North Shore defense.
34-3 at intermission. Lake Travis got out to the early lead on the first drive of the game, had to settle for a 22-yard field goal, and then after that, it was 34 unanswered for North Shore in the first half. A 60-yard touchdown run for Zach Evans. He would chip in another 4-yard touchdown run halfway to the first quarter. That gave North Shore a 13-3 lead going into the second. And then right away, early second quarter, another touchdown run by Zach Evans. 20-3 North Shore, early second quarter. And a 53-yard touchdown pass from Davis to Rideau made it 27-3. And then our last touchdown of the half came on a 23-yard run by Zach Evans to make 34-3. North Shore in front, 2:13 to play in the second when that last score happened. And North Shore in front 34-3 at this point. Eric, your thoughts so far in this first half?
Man, I did not, like I said, we did not see this coming at all. I was shocked by how North Shore has totally dominated this game, and Lake Travis got nothing between their first drive and their last drive of the half. They got absolutely nothing, and I was shocked by that. I thought maybe Lake Travis would be able to put more yards on the board, or at least more yards, move the ball better, not necessarily score against North Shore.
34-3, North Shore is in front at the half. Coming up in the halftime, we'll take a look at all of our stats. We'll get more of Eric's thoughts on this opening half and also some keys to the second half. You're watching the NFHS Network Road to State on Facebook Watch.
Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, the big plays from gridiron games across the state.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Friday on Fox Sports Southwest. The best football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champion. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to SeatGeek.com. Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday.
Texas high school football doesn't get any bigger than this. Fox Sports Southwest is your home for the UIL Football State Championships at AT&T Stadium. The battle for bragging rights starts December 19th on Fox Sports Southwest and the Fox Sports app.
Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday. The best football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champion. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to SeatGeek.com. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, the big plays from gridiron games across the state.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Saturday on Fox Sports Southwest.
You know, I'm sure there's some people that go every single year to Arlington and probably watch every single state championship game.
That's my bucket list someday, Jeremy, is to go there and sit for 4 days. And the funny thing is, this year, you've got a bowl game on Wednesday night in the Arlington area up in Frisco. You could go there and watch 4 nights of football from Wednesday all the way through Saturday night. So it's a great time to be in the Arlington area. The only thing better is if the Cowboys were on Sunday and you could have 5 days of football in the Arlington area. But yeah, it's a great time to be in Texas. You know, darn near every state in the union has got their playoffs done, and we're the only ones still playing. It's a great time to play some football in Texas.
University of Houston plays Army next Saturday as well. That one in Fort Worth in the Military Bowl. So there's a lot of football going on in the Metroplex next week. A couple of bowl games, all of the state championship games. So it'll be a lot of fun next week. You mentioned it's a bucket list thing for you. What are you doing next week?
I'm actually going to Iowa for the holidays. My father turns 80 years old this year, and it's been a while since I've been home for Christmas to Iowa, so that's where I'll be. I'll be home watching it, sitting next to my dad, probably in his recliner, and watching some Texas high school football.
Lake Travis makes their way back onto the field, coming out of the locker rooms from intermission. The white tops, the black pants, the red numbers and letters. They run out with the big Lake Travis flag, the LT, the 6 stars in the letters of the LT, symbolizing every state championship that they have won. And then they have the championship flags for each year that they've won. But they want to get to another state championship. They're going to have a miracle second half. They trail 34-3. They've been to a state championship game the last 3 years, and they're 8-1 all time in state semifinals. Their only loss came against Cedar Hill back in 2013 in a game that they lost 19-10. They get their hands full today against North Shore. They've also been looking to try to make it 7 state championships in program history. First program in history in the state to win 5 straight titles, 2007, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And then they won their 6th championship back in 2016. Meanwhile, for North Shore, they're aiming for their 3rd state championship and their 2nd under John Kay. North Shore winning their 2nd state title in 2015. They won the first one in 2003 under David Amon, who Kay replaced the legendary David Amon, who was at North Shore. And then the winner of this one gets the winner of Allen and Duncanville. Allen won the state championship last year, which was their 4th state title since 2008. Of course, they've produced a lot of very good players the last several years. One of them a Heisman. And then Duncanville winning a state title back in 1998. So a lot of state powers. We get start for the start of the 3rd quarter. North Shore will be getting the football first. They won the coin toss, deferred their option to the second half. And now they get to reap the benefits of deferring that option to the second half, and they do it with a 31-point lead. Second time we'll see Lake Travis kick off, and it feels like an eternity since we last saw them kick off. Kicking it off will be Nathan Ellisor, a sophomore kicker. Just back deep for the Mustangs is Manuel and Cockrell. This is Manuel from the 8, or from the 3 rather. Manuel takes it across the 20, 25, 30. Sidesteps the kicker at the 35. Across the 40, and a good return by Dorian Manuel will give North Shore excellent field position to the 41 for the opening drive of the second half. Demetrius Davis, solid first half, leads the Mustang offense back onto the field. Zach Evans has held back with 4 first half touchdowns. Here come the Mustangs. Lake Travis, they have ideas of coming back. It's going to need a lot of scoring, obviously. But we're going to need some help with the defensive side of the football as well.
Yeah, we got an issue with the chains on the far side of the field. So that's about the only thing right now that's going to slow down the North Shore offense. Evidently their chains got a kink in them over there, so they're going to pause this one for just a minute. Actually gives Lake Travis a chance to look at their offensive formation, kind of go through their mind what they planned on halftime and try and make a stop here.
So they got the chains all figured out. We're ready to go. A first down and 10. Demetrius Davis. We have A.J. Carter in motion from left to right. Davis hands it off. Evans running right. Evans is brought down at the 45-yard line. So Evans' first carry in the second half goes for 4 yards to the 45. Setting up a second down and 6. We see a lot of that from North Shore, a lot of running to the football. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right for Davis. Banks in motion behind the offensive line. Handoff, Evans running right. Has the edge contained. Evans cuts back to his left and takes what's given. A 2-yard gain to the 47-yard line.
Nice job right there. That was the safety coming in and making a stop. Staying wide, Charlie Cross did a nice job of staying wide and filtering Evans back to the inside and then making a tackle, and he was going to get help. Nice job right there. Sets up a short 3rd and 4.
Comes from the 47, 2 receivers each way for the Mustangs. Davis in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff, throws right side. Catch made by Banks. Banks takes it across midfield, and he has the first down for North Shore. Down to the Lake Travis 45-yard line. A gain of 8 yards and a first down.
That is such a tough play to defend because you start backpedaling knowing their speed, and then they throw the ball outside immediately, and they get a block, and boy, all he's got to do is beat one tackler, and he could be up the sideline.
First down and 10 at the Cavalier 45. You can see North Shore being a little bit more deliberate with the football. Handoff Evans. Evans running right. Evans powers forward to the 35. Boy, it makes it look easy. He just picked up 10 yards, and it looks so simple.
Yeah, but that actually hurts his average, Jeremy. He was averaging 12 yards a carry earlier.
I hope he's not worrying about his average in a state semifinal, in a game in which he had 4 touchdowns in the first half.
I think he's only worried about the fact that North Shore has more points than Lake Travis right now.
First and 10 at the Cavalier 35-yard line. Receiver to the left, 2 to the right. Davis in a shotgun set. Davis. Handoff Evans. Evans up the middle of the 30. Breaks a tackle to the 25. Still on his feet at the 15. Inside the 10. Inside the 5. And Zach Evans carries Cavaliers to the 5-yard line. He rips off a gain of 30.
Again, the total package showing great patience on the little counter play. Lets his lineman pull across the hole, seal the deal, then he explodes through and uses the power at the end to pick up 5 more yards after contact.
6 foot, 205, speed, power, he's got it all. First and goal at the Cavalier 5-yard line. Davis will go under center. Davis turning, hands it off to Evans. Hold to the right side. He's into the end zone for the score. Another touchdown for Zach Evans. But there is a penalty marker down.
Yeah, there's a reason that hole was so big. They got a holding penalty right there, and that's a big one. That's going to cost them 10 yards. That's going to be first and goal from the 15.
Boy, it looked like Evans was even surprised that hole was so big, the way he hit it. He just kind of jogged through the hole like, wow, I cannot believe this hole is so big. Back it up 10 yards to the 15.
There you see the hold right there. You guys didn't see the replay, but it was pretty obvious. The offensive lineman had the defensive lineman by the neck and had him corralled and pulled over pretty good.
Tell me you can't do that?
Can't do that. You can do that in WWE, but not in the NFHS.
Yeah, not too many people get the E right. First and goal at the 15-yard line. Davis under center. Davis, handoff Evans. Evans, the patience, bounces to the left side. Cavaliers this time with some group tackling. Really good way to slow Evans down. It's hard for one guy to bring him down. Evans gains 2, a small pickup on first down.
They can hold the North Shore offense to at least a field goal attempt. This will be a win for Lake Travis.
It's a 31-point lead currently. And you look at the possession game. We'll still keep it within 5 possessions.
Lake Travis had, I think, 8 possessions the first half. So.
Yeah, plenty of possessions that first half. Davis trying to set up the screen, pressure in his face, rolls left. Davis fires into the end zone. Caught. Touchdown, North Shore. Floated it into the end zone. Zorhan Rideau read it in the air, came back to make the grab, and North Shore finds the end zone once more.
Well, that's a great athlete making a great play, using his intelligence, understood where his receivers were, understood to throw his receiver open. That was a great example of that. When people say that, to throw your receiver open, Davis led the receiver back to the open area where he knew he could get the pass through. Great job right there by the sophomore quarterback.
It's a great point. Mature beyond his years. Villalobos on to attempt the extra point. It is up, and it is good. And with 8:53 left to play in the third quarter, North Shore extends their lead 41-3 with 8:53 left to play in the third quarter. It looked like Lake Travis was going to get that stand. They got the penalty, 2-yard run by Evans. And here's the big play by Evans to set it all up, carrying defenders down with him all the way to the 5-yard line. And now Davis escaping the pressure, finding room to throw, and he threw Rideau open. What you didn't see on that replay was Rideau was actually moving to the near sideline, and then Rideau had to move back towards the end zone. Just an unbelievable play by the quarterback, Demetrius Davis. We talk a lot about Zach Evans, but Demetrius Davis, a sophomore quarterback, like I said just a moment ago, mature beyond his years.
Yeah, because Hunter Henry had Rideau covered well, like you said, heading toward the corner, and Davis just knew where to put the ball and gave his receiver a chance, and 41-3 is where we're at.
Drive summary for North Shore, 7 plays, 59 yards, 3 minutes and 7 seconds. Talked a lot about Evans, and rightfully so. 4 touchdowns today. That's the second touchdown connection now for Demetrius Davis and Zorhan Rideau. Rideau came into this game tonight with 2 receiving touchdowns. He has doubled that total in a state semifinal. And Demetrius Davis with touchdown number 38 on the year through the air.
Pretty good day to have that type of game.
Villalobos with a pooch kick high into the air. Fair catch called for at the last moment by Garrett Wilson. At the 28-yard line, and that's where the drive will begin. Wilson has been bottled up in the first half, mainly because of Upton Stout. John Kay, head coach, Garrett Cross, defensive coordinator, telling Stout, this is your matchup today. Do your best. He's done that. Now actually they're going to line up Wilson opposite of Stout over to the near side with Kevin Gilliam. Hudson Card in a shotgun set on 1st and 10. Fakes the handoff, pass right side, catch made by Eves at the 34, runs across the 35, not many yards after the catch as he's brought down by Keon Stewart at the 37-yard line, but it's a gain of 9 for Lake Travis.
This is exactly how they started out their first drive in the first quarter, taking the curl, the hook zone routes, and making hay as they could.
Handoff Stevens up the middle, across the 40. Past the 45, trying to bounce to the sideline, and he's brought down again by Stewart. At the 46-yard line, another gain of 9 and a first down for the Cavaliers. North Shore took over 3 minutes off the clock with that opening drive. 1st and 10 at the 46 for Lake Travis. Card in the gun. Steps back, trying to set up the screen. Bubble screen, left side. Catch made by Eves. Eves across midfield. He's past the 45. He has the first down. And a big hit brings Eves down to the 42, but another Cavalier first down as this one goes for a gain of a dozen.
Very well executed, using North Shore's aggressiveness against themselves right there. Great job of getting the big men downfield. 12-yard gain.
First down and 10. Card again in the shotgun set. Now they look over to the sideline and will change the play based on the defense that they see. Card takes the snap. Card, clean pocket, launches it deep right. Numbers, and Card can't reel it in. Keon Stewart had the coverage as Eves was running down the numbers right side. Keon Stewart again. North Shore's winning these man-on-man matchups.
Yeah, they ran a double move that time. They ran a hook and go, and it looked like the receiver had an opening, but nice job by Stewart there of recovering and making a play.
2nd and 10 for Card. He has 2 receivers stacked up on top of each other on each side. Takes the snap. North Shore brings numbers. Pass left side. Catch made inside the 40 by Lake McCree. And then a big hit delivered by Upton Stout. Short gain of the play to the 38. 4-yard pickup on the pitch and catch.
This is just like on baseball. You don't want to give up any long hits behind you. North Shore's playing the same way. Don't give up anything long behind you, then come up and make a tackle.
Under 7.5 minutes to play in the third. 3rd down and 6, 4-down territory for the Cavaliers. Empty out the backfield. Card with a 5-receiver set. Takes the snap, 4-man rush. Card's going to step up and run. Card past the 35. Card spins forward to the 31 and has the first down. 7 yards on the keeper, and the Cavaliers with another first down.
This looks like one of the adjustments Lake Travis decided to do is, hey, if you don't have anything on your initial read, pull the ball down and let's go.
Substitution for Lake Travis allows North Shore to send in a sub. 1st and 10 at the 31. Card the snap. Quarterback sweep to the left side. Card has nowhere to run. He's hit and he's brought down to the 31-yard line. Jordan Revels came off the edge and made the stop for no gain.
Yeah, nice job by Jordan right there to use his hands, fight off the blocker, and then make a nice tackle.
2nd down and 10. This drive has gone over 2.5 minutes now. Card in a shotgun set. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and a 2nd and 10. Card takes the snap, 5-man rush. Card rolls right, throws right, over his intended target, Kyle Eves at the 30. Incomplete pass will set up a 3rd down and long. There's a player down. Officials will take the officials' timeout. 6:16 to play in the 3rd quarter. 41-3 North Shore in front. It's been a nice drive for Lake Travis, but it's taken a bit amount of time.
Yeah, and, I know they want to score quick and they want to try and get, as many points on the board as possible, but you got to get one score before you can get the fifth score. So right now I totally appreciate and commend what Lake Travis is trying to do here to get a ball in the end zone just to kind of see. This is an exploratory drive. They're being successful, but using what they know how to do, and then later on that'll open up other stuff.
You can watch this game not only on the NFHS network, but also on the Facebook Watch tab as part of the Road to State, brought to you by NFHS Network. Happy to be alongside Eric Folkerts. Jeremy Branham with you. On the call today as North Shore leads Lake Travis 41-3. Production, TexanLive.com crew. They've done an outstanding job today as well. As Lake Travis gets set for a 3rd down and 10 at the 31-yard line. Had to consider this 4-down territory. Down by 38.
Field goals won't do you any good at this point.
Card in the gun, motion receiver left to right. Card takes the snap. Sets up the screen left side. Stevens the catch, has room. 1st down across the 20. He's at the 15-10, and he's taken off his feet inside the 10-yard line down to the 9. Tackle made defensively by North Shore's Corey Flagg. It's a pickup, though, of 22 and a 1st down.
That's the 2nd screen they've run this drive, Jeremy. I think they've kind of found a formula to use against North Shore right here.
Lake Travis, their opening drive of the game, they got down to the North Shore 5 before having to settle for a field goal. It's their first drive of the second half. Handoff, Stevens up the middle, and Stevens falls forward for no gain, maybe a yard. Corey Flagg, Damon Lewis were there. Let's call it no gain. There are 5.5 minutes to play now in the 3rd quarter. It's quite the contrast to the first half. Tight end motions off the line, out wide to the left. Card takes the snap. Throws into the end zone, back corner, incomplete. He was looking for Garrett Wilson. Coverage, Keon Stewart, and also in on the coverage was Kevin Gilliam.
Well, the tough part now is, the hook zone passes and curls work great when you're out on the 30-yard line because there's the threat of them running past you. Now the field is so short, there's no fear of anybody running past you, so the safeties don't have to continue to give ground. They can use that back line as their last defender.
11th play of the drive for Lake Travis. 3rd and goal from the 9. Empty it out. Card has 5 receivers. 2 to the left, 3 to the right. Looks over to the sideline, changing the play. Looks like North Shore is going to stick with what they have. Tight end now motions onto the line. Card throws into the end zone. Touchdown. Garrett Wilson. First touchdown grab of the game. First touchdown for Lake Travis. And Wilson has his 19th touchdown grab of the year.
Well, 3 receivers out in the zone, and that allowed Wilson to be one-on-one because they didn't have the safety help over the top. The inside receiver ran right down the middle of the field and held on to that safety, and that allowed Wilson to get free after he beat the cornerback.
On to attempt the extra point is Hayes McCannon. The extra point is up, and the extra point is good. 5:09 left to play in the 3rd quarter. It's 41-10. North Shore is in front.
Good answer right there by the Cavaliers, coming back and putting some points on the board. Now they need a stop. They didn't get one on the first drive of the second half, but they need to get one now. North Shore realizes now that Cavaliers can score on them, but they need to keep the pedal down as well.
We mentioned it was the 19th touchdown grab for Garrett Wilson. Well, now it's Hudson Card's 50th touchdown pass of the year as well. As we watch the replay there, just beat him off the line. Wilson did. Looked like Gilliam might have slipped as well. But 50 touchdown passes in a year. It's incredible.
Number 19, Zachary Banks. Number 23, Jordan Banks.
Drive summary, 11 plays, 72 yards, 3 minutes and 44 seconds. 9-yard touchdown pass capping off the drive. Kickoff. High and away. Over to the near side. Oh, it looked like Manuel thought he called for a fair catch, hesitates, and now runs across the 20 to the 25 and lunges forward to the 29-yard line.
There's a flag down back here on the 15. That's going to give North Shore their worst starting position today. Let's see if Lake Travis can capitalize on this. Starting inside their own 10-yard line. Should be placed down about the 7.5, I guess.
So penalty will cost them the real estate. Can't really figure out what Manuel was doing there.
Yeah, they have that rule where if you call a fair catch, you handle it clean, you get the ball at the 25-yard line. I didn't see him throw the hand up at all, so yeah, I was kind of curious what's going on there as well.
So this will cost North Shore a lot of field position as the drive will begin at the 7-yard line. 5 minutes left to play in the third. The handoff will go to Gentry, bounces to the right side. Gentry lowers the shoulders and gets some hard-earned yards to the 10, a gain of 3. Tackle made defensively by Trey Sophia. Second down and 7 coming up as we move closer to the 4:30 mark in the third. Davis in the gun, fakes the handoff, throws it left side. Rideau the grab. Rideau across the 15. Rideau forced out of bounds, just shy of the 20. It'll be spotted at the 18-yard line, and that'll be good for the first down on a gain of 8.
Not only is North Shore slowed the game down a little bit, trying to take more time, and it's interesting to see them continue to execute as well as they have been. Duncanville up 7-0 over Allen early on.
And a winner of that one gets the winner of this one. I mean, that'd be, I don't know if I would call it an upset, but Allen to the defending state champions, they'd be dethroned before getting to the state title game. Handoff up the middle. And this time taking the carry was Gentry again. Gentry across the 20 to the 21, gain of 3.
You know, Evans has been the star tonight, but I tell you what, it's great to have somebody be able to come in like a Gentry and lose really nothing when he comes in the game.
You know, I think it makes Evans fresher too. The fact that he's not carrying it 30, 35 times a game, it makes his 20 carries a game much, much better. Quick throw out to A.J. Carter, and Carter's forced. He stays inbounds to the 29, but it moves the chains, gain of 8.
Yeah, this is a huge change from the first period when we had, I think, 6 possessions, 3 by each team or 4 by each team. Yeah. This North Shore's just second possession here in the third quarter.
Yeah, first quarter, we saw a total of 8 drives. This is our third drive of the third quarter.
And we're 3/4 of the way through it.
Yeah, I have a hard time imagining Lake Travis. They might get the ball again before the end of the quarter, but I can't imagine North Shore touching it a third time.
Yeah, Lake Travis just may not have enough possessions to be able to come back.
Handoff up the middle. It's Gentry again, and Gentry takes it forward for a few more. Just staying ahead of the chains on these first downs for North Shore. It's another 3-yard gain for Gentry.
That's a great way of putting it, Jeremy, is continuing to gain yardage and make your second down more manageable, make it a short third and manageable, and then you can keep drives going.
Gentry's had 3 carries on this drive, every one of them coming on first down and 10, and every single one of them he has gained 3 yards. Consistency is a key to a championship run. We're under 3 minutes to go in the third, North Shore by 31. Davis will go under center this time. Turns and hands it off to Gentry across the 35. Gentry's hit hard and brought down at about the 38-yard line. And another 6 yards for Gentry. Tackle made defensively by Caleb Winson.
And 3rd and 1 is much more manageable for the North Shore deep offense. And the other thing is that you don't see at home, they are running the play clock all the way down to 5 seconds every time. So North Shore is really shortening the game. We talked about Lake Travis may not have enough possessions to even come back because North Shore is doing a good job of controlling the clock.
Yeah, right now the game management from John Kay has been excellent. They break the huddle with 10 seconds on the play clock. Davis will go under center again on a 3rd and 1. Davis will sneak it himself. Davis breaks out across the 40. A flag flies in. Davis past the 45 to the 47. It's a gain of 9 and a first down, but there is a flag down. And now James Taylor, the left guard, doesn't have a helmet.
That's the 3rd time he's had to leave the game. Oh, now they're saying that the defensive player from Lake Travis pulled his helmet off. That's why they're keeping him in the game.
Might have been an illegal hands to the face, that marker.
I believe you're right. All right, so they had the big gain, plus 15 on top of that. That's going to move the ball down to about the 40-yard line of Lake Travis. Inside the 40, I guess.
The end of the run was the 47. They move it to the 37.
There you go.
Or 38.
Yep.
So it was about a 7-yard run before the penalty. And now into Lake Travis territory, and now the line judge is going to come talk to the head referee with 2 minutes left to play in the third.
Coach Carter brought up something to the lines judge.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it helped.
Yeah.
Or at least would have helped Lake Travis, because now the clock's rolling. They got the maximum amount of yardage that they could have. I think he was protesting something, and I think whatever he protested might have reminded the line judge something. And then the official just shook his head yes. I think it was the clock, whether to wind it or not. Handoff, Gentry. Gentry across the 35. Gentry's wrapped up, brought down by Raleigh Irwin at the 33, gain of 5.
But again, just like you talked about, first down carry, 5 yards, staying ahead of the chains. You know, if you get 4 yards 3 times in a row, Jeremy, you get a first down every time. So North Shore is understanding how the game works.
And when you're up big, it takes that clock further and further down, which you mentioned a little bit earlier. And on that last carry, by the way, North Shore has now went over 500 yards in the game.
300 on the ground, 200 in the air.
Second down and 5. Play clock down to 5. Davis out of the shotgun set. Davis pump fakes. Davis rolls left. Davis throwing near sideline. Catch made by A.J. Carter as he's falling out of bounds. Nice catch by the UTEP commit. Inside the 20, down to the 16. A 17-yard strike from Demetrius Davis.
Great offensive balance by the North Shore Mustangs tonight.
First down and 10 inside the Lake Travis red zone. Clock stopped at 47 seconds. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right for Davis in the gun. Pass right side to Banks. Banks trying to break away from a tackle. Still on his feet. He's being kept up by Rideau. And Rideau, keeping Banks up, is able to carry him down to the 5. An 11-yard gain. Wow. Now first and goal to go from the 5-yard line.
Rideau pulled him ahead for the last 4 yards.
Teamwork. North Shore does not have to run another play. The play clock has been turned off because the game clock was underneath 40 seconds. John Kay is yelling at his team saying, let's just walk down to the other end of the field and get started on the 4th and final quarter. We've played 3. North Shore leads Lake Travis 41-10 in the Class 6A Division I state semifinal. You're watching the NFHS Network Road to State on Facebook Watch. 4th quarter next.
The NFHS Learning Center is the leader in online education for the interscholastic community. At NFHSLearn.com, you can find over 60 courses for coaches, administrators, officials, parents, students, and performing arts programs, including over 25 free courses such as concussion in sports, heat illness prevention, sudden cardiac arrest, and protecting students from abuse. For more information, visit the NFHS Learning Center.
Welcome you back to NRG Stadium in Houston, fourth and final quarter. Alongside Eric Folkerts, I'm Jeremy Branham. 41-10, North Shore is in front, as they have the football as well. First and goal at the 5. Davis in a shotgun set. Hands off to Gentry, and Gentry takes it inside the 2. As he was brought down defensively by Charlie Cross, and Sophia also on the stop. Give him the 1-yard line, gain of 4.
You know, one of the things we saw in between the quarter right there, Jeremy, was North Shore, once they blew the whistle for the end of the third quarter, they sprinted down to the other end of the field, and Lake Travis just kind of walked down with their coaches talking to them. But North Shore was on a dead sprint to the other end of the field, 60-yard sprint.
Yeah, it's been a laser focus today and a tremendous effort for the Mustangs, as they have dominated a Class 6A power. Second and goal at the 1. Davis in the shotgun. Hands it off to Gentry, and Gentry has his first touchdown of the afternoon. A 1-yard touchdown plunge, and North Shore tacks on another.
He didn't go in untouched, but he didn't have a lot of contention against him.
Gentry's 15th rushing touchdown of the season, and they went on this long drive, North Shore did, without Zach Evans touching the football once. Villalobos on to attempt the extra point. Out of the hold of Gentry, who just ran it in for the touchdown. Good snap, hold is down, kicks on the way, and Villalobos pounds it through. 11-14 left to play in the fourth quarter, and North Shore's lead is 38. It's 48-10.
We talked about the keys for the halftime, coming out after halftime for North Shore. Score and then hold Lake Travis. Well, they scored, but they didn't hold Lake Travis, but the Mustangs did come right back and score again to make that touchdown by Lake Travis kind of irrelevant. We're all the way into the fourth quarter. Lake Travis is going to get it for the second time this half, so it makes it tough to come back when you don't get the ball.
Yeah, you have to force the 3 and outs. We see Gentry's 1-yard touchdown plunge. You have to force the other team to punt. It was the exact opposite of this on that drive, because North Shore went on a 12-play drive, covered 93 yards, and used up 5 minutes and 55 seconds.
You know, you've seen the explosiveness of North Shore. They went 2 plays, 80-some yards in the first half for a touchdown. Now you see the persistence and the, hey, we're going to beat you and we're going to impose our will on you in the last drive that they just had.
Villalobos has it teed up this time between the hashes. Back deep, you have Wilson and Eves. Wilson near side, Eves far side. It's a high pooch kick. Fair catch is called for and is made at the 24-yard line. See North Shore, they're just going to say, all right, offensively, we're going to run the ball. We're going to use up the clock. We're going to move the ball methodically down the field. And on the defensive side, we're going to try to keep the ball out of the hands of your playmakers. And head coach Hank Carter walking out.
With a fair catch, you can request which hash mark you want the ball on. And he's asking for it to be on the left hash. What's interesting is they're going to put it down on the hash of the pro football, and not on the high school football hash mark.
Yeah, he didn't want it all the way to the left hash. He wanted it near the left hash, at least the high school left hash. So that's where it'll start. Shotgun set for Card. 2 receivers stacked up on each other each side. Handoff up the middle. Brown Nixon fights for some yards out to the 30, out to the 28. It's a gain of 3. Bradford the stop defensively. Bradford earlier this week named the Touchdown Club of Houston Defensive Player of the Year. Texas Tech commit. Keon Stewart, a safety for North Shore, was a Texas Tech commit to the firing of Cliff Kingsbury. He has since decommitted and has reopened his recruitment. Card scrambling up the middle. Loses the football. It's on the turf. It's picked up by North Shore. The Mustangs have it. A ref goes down. Now the ball's pitched to the 35-yard line. Corey Flagg recovered, and then he pitched it to Damon Lewis. It didn't go very far. To be honest with you, there is a flag down. That was a forward lateral. Flagg was trying to create. John Kay, even though his team's up 38, has not letting a coachable moment go unnoticed. Here's the chaotic play. Card tries to scramble for yardage. He got hit pretty hard. The ball popped out. You see Flag recover, and then Flag laterals it about a yard forward. We had a perfect shot of it. Good job by our production team, TexanLive.com.
You know, you hate to see a referee get caught up in that at the end right there. And that was just a tough situation for an older gentleman to get mixed up with all these 18-year-old boys. Well, number 58, whoever he is for Lake Travis, got up, checked the referee, said, "Are you okay?" And he said, "Yes, sir, thank you very much," and off he went. So great job right there. Good sportsmanship by Lake Travis kid.
This is another one of those penalties I don't think is punitive enough. It's only a 5-yarder. I mean, if that play runs for a touchdown, you get away.
He's got some speed, some shiftiness to him, so this is not a step down from what we've seen earlier with North Shore.
He's got over 500 total yards on the year and 6 total touchdowns. A senior. Dorian Manuel plays pretty much anywhere else in the city of Houston. He's a all-district type of running back. Here he is at North Shore, and he's on the third team. But he helps out in a lot of different ways. Passing game, solid running back, and as many blowouts as North Shore's been in this year. He gets a lot of work. 1st and 10. Manuel takes the carry again, runs right, hits the hole hard, falls forward to the 30, and picks up another yard.
Dorian Manuel again, ball carrier. Number 25, Charlie Cross.
That'll take us under 9 minutes to play. Charlie Cross had the tackle defensively.
Duncanville leading Allen 14-7.
That'll be a good game to follow.
There's your Texans having a good.
Well, we won't spoil it to anybody that's watching us.
That's a good point.
DVRing
That's a good point.
2nd down and 9. And I've always felt like the scores of the pro teams in a high school stadium, I feel like we've moved on from that. A new era. It's an antiquated thing to do. In the age of DVRs, hand off for Manuel. He takes it to the 28 for a gain of 2. I mean, think about it. We have all these people inside the stadium today.
Yep.
I bet you every single person inside the stadium, if they wanted to know the Texan score, they could find out the Texan score without having the scoreboard tell them.
Very easily.
And I bet you there's a lot more people that rather you not tell them what the score is than tell them.
They're probably going to go home, celebrate this one, and then watch the Texans game on DVR. You're probably right.
I'll get off my soapbox now for this 3rd down and 6 at the 27-yard line. Faking the handoff, pass goes to the right side. It's complete to Charles King. King spins off the tackle to the 25 to the 24. It goes for a gain of 4 yards, setting up a 4th down and 3. We'll see what Kay decides to do. He's going to bring on the field goal unit. See if Villalobos can knock in a field goal. He made a field goal earlier, but he was rushed into. North Shore took the penalties to set up a 4th and 1. And then Lake Travis committed a penalty to give them an automatic 1st down. So even though he made that field goal, wiped it off the board. This one's going to be a 41-yard field goal attempt. You saw him making some from 45 in the pregame. Comes from the far hash out of the hold of Gentry. Good snap. Hold down. Kick has plenty of distance. And why not?
Wow.
Everything else has worked out for North Shore tonight. So does the 41-yard field goal by John Villalobos.
That's a 50-burger in the state semifinals. 51-10. North Shore leads this one.
6:58 left to play in the 4th quarter. You know, a lot of times you see a team take a big lead into the half, like North Shore did, 34-3, and you see them do enough to hang on, win comfortably. You don't see it often where the team comes out in the first half and it continues to control the second half the way they did. Now, they controlled it differently than how they did in the first when they put together 34 points. They kept Lake Travis, forcing them to punt over and over and over again with 6 straight 3-and-outs. Second half, they've done it with ball control, time of possession, and just eating up the clock, but still a dominating performance.
Yeah, the explosiveness of the first half and then the overall, like you say, domination in the second half. You get plays like that in the first half and you think, okay, we just got to control those. They can't really drive it on us, just these big plays. Well, then they come out here in the second half and they drive it on you relentlessly, drive after drive. 3rd drive in a row they've taken a big chunk of time off the clock and put points on the board.
3:34 off the clock to be exact. And it was only a 6-play, 18-yard drive. Remember, they recovered the fumble, and after the penalty, put it at the 42. They drove to the 24 before settling for the 41-yard field goal.
But the 3 minutes off the clock, that's the biggest thing for North Shore. Shorten this game.
Flores now will kick off. Pooch kick, far sideline, and this will go out of bounds, as Garrett Wilson will escort it out of bounds. McCarr, just a junior, the quarterback for Lake Travis. He had an unbelievable season. 50 touchdowns this year, 3 interceptions. With the yardage today, he's approaching and has right around 3,500 yards on the season. Ran for over 600, ran for 9 touchdowns. This is a team with a quarterback coming back that they're going to be in good hands.
Yeah, I expect them to be highly ranked next year and to come probably this far again next year, as they are the premier program in Austin area along with Austin Westlake.
Handoff to Brown Dixon, the senior. He takes it from the 30 to the 33. Gain of 3 yards. Out of the second unit on defensively for North Shore. .640 left to play. Mustangs 14-0 coming into today's game. Well on their way to a 15-0 record and a trip to the state finals for the 3rd time in program history. They've never lost a state final, 2-0. Card throwing right side, great grab by Kyle Eves. Or I beg your pardon, that's actually Cortland Denisio. Denisio with an outstanding diving catch to the 38, gain of 5.
North Shore getting some vital playing time for some kids who may become important next weekend. You never know.
3rd and 2, handoff Stevens. Stevens has the first down across the 45. Nice tackle made at the 50 to prevent potentially a touchdown. It's a gain of a dozen for Weston Stevens. First down and 10. Card, the play action. Going to throw it deep. Down the right sideline. Catch made. Oh, he's out of bounds. Wilson reeled it in. Didn't get his foot down. Stepped out. Will bring up a 2nd down and 10. It's a good effort by Wilson.
Yeah, we're going to get a pretty good look at it.
Yep, he had a foot in. No doubt about it.
And you hear the Lake Travis people not very happy about it.
Well, it will not determine the outcome of the game. But Wilson had a nice grab where he tapped his foot inbounds that got wiped off the board. 2nd down and 10. Card out of the gun. Fakes right, goes left with the screen. McCree the catch. McCree across the 45 into North Shore territory. He tried to get shoved out of bounds, but he stayed in and takes it across the 35 and down to the 30. A 20-yard gain on the screen to McCree.
Yeah, and he laid a lick on Marcus Cockrell. Marcus came up to try and tackle him, and McCree lowered his shoulder and let him have a little bit of it right there.
Tip of the cap to Lake Travis, still playing hard with 5:35 to go, down 41. Card going to launch it deep towards the end zone, intercepted, picked off by North Shore. It's Ravion Shelton. Shelton across the 20, and he's forced out of bounds shy of the 25-yard line. Just the 4th time that Card has been picked off this season, and Shelton read the eyes, he read the pass, and he stepped in front of the intended receiver and made the pick.
Well, North Shore has pulled off their blitz stuff, and so that's given them a few more men in the defensive backfield. And Shelton's just back there able to play center field. That ball hung in the air for a long time. Able to get underneath it and make the interception. 2nd turnover of the day for the Cavaliers.
Our PA announcer just said that Duncanville continues to lead Allen 14-7 in the 2nd quarter. Continue to monitor that one. First down and 10. Handoff to Ismael Villafuerte. Villafuerte, his first carry of the night. Villafuerte takes it ahead for 2 yards to the 25. Villafuerte has over 250 yards and 5 touchdowns on the year.
That's pretty good out of your fourth tailback.
You add up all their running touchdowns on the year. It's going to take me a while.
Yeah.
57 by quick math.
Wow.
That includes today. 58. I'm going to count Banks with a running touchdown.
In 15 games, that's 4 touchdowns a game, roughly, Jeremy. That is insane. Just rushing.
2nd and 8. Keeping it himself is Hagan on the read option. Takes it to the line of scrimmage at the 25, and he's hit hard, brought down there.
You don't like to see your backup quarterback take that kind of shot late in the game like this.
Tackle made by number 45, Gary Johnson.
Johnson the stop defensively.
I think Coach K would like Roger just to hand that off and just get out of the way. Had to come in earlier in the first half to spell Davis. You definitely don't want to see your backup quarterback go down in a 41-point ball game.
3rd and 8. Shotgun set for Hagan. Manuel's back into the game to the right shoulder. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Handoff to Manuel. Manuel is able to spin forward to the 29-yard line. He gains 4 yards. Beg your pardon, that was Trevanier Fontanet, the junior running back that took the carry. Now North Shore will punt as we go under 3.5 minutes. 564 yards tonight for North Shore. Back deep to return is Kyle Eves.
Number 2, Kyle Eves, back deep.
Flores the punter. Flores a high, wobbly punt that lands at the 45, takes a North Shore bounce forward across the 35, will be down to the 34-yard line. That's the first drive North Shore has had in the second half that did not result in points. Wow. It's only their 4th drive.
True.
But it has been all North Shore today.
Well, it's been a while since they haven't scored on a drive, too.
Yeah. The previous drive that they had, that did not end up in points, was the drive that started with 10:59 in the first half. Since then, they had went 5 straight drives with points prior to this last one where they finally had a punt again. Handoff Brown, Nixon. 34 to the 37.
When you can score 31 points without the other team stopping you, you're doing okay.
The junior backup quarterback, Peyton Janisic, has checked into the game for Lake Travis. Give him some play in this game. 2nd down and 7. Handoff, Brown Nixon up the middle across the 40, across the 45, and brought down at the 46. 9-yard gain and a 1st down.
Number 37, Chris Monroe. Number 49, Jonathan Benjamin Scott.
So North Shore this next week for them will be fun. They'll get prepared for a state championship game. I'm sure they'll get the news very quickly on who they'll be facing. Handoff to Brown Nixon, nearly overran the handoff. And because of that, play was just out of sync. He gets to the line of scrimmage, that's it, no gain. It's going to be tough to beat this North Shore team. The way they played today, I'm not sure there's a team in the state that could beat North Shore the way they played today.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough matchup for whether it's Allen or Duncanville coming out of the north. And, boy, I tell you what, North Shore's got to be the favorite coming out for the next week's game. 7 o'clock Saturday night.
Janisic fakes the handoff, looking to throw right side, throws it at the feet of his intended target, Grayson Sandlin.
Pass intended for number 11, Grayson Sandlin, incomplete.
3rd down and 10 coming up.
Number 49, Jonathan Freshen, number 39, Tyler Allison. 3rd down and 10.
So Sandlin looking at a 3rd down and 10. Shotgun set for Janisic, I beg your pardon. Takes the snap, heaves one deep down the right sideline. Catch made by Denisio. And then he's shoved out of bounds at the North Shore 33. Good pass.
Yeah, led his receiver nicely right along the sideline. Able to get the feet down before he got pushed out of bounds.
21-yard connection for Janisic to Denisio. First and 10 at the North Shore 33. Handoff Brown-Nixon. Brown-Nixon up the middle, across the 30, tripped up at the 28-yard line to gain of 5 yards. Takes us under a minute and a half to go in the fourth. Second down and 5. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right for Janisic in the gun. Sandlin in motion from right to left, hands it off. Brown-Nixon up the middle for a couple more. To the 26, he gains 2.
That's a gain of about a yard. Stop made by number 57, Aaron Brown.
North Shore winning their state titles back in 2015. They beat Austin Westlake and Sam Ellinger on this field. The title in 2003. Lake Travis bid for 7 state championships. We'll have to wait 1 more year. Janisic pass left side. Denisio makes the grab. Stays on his feet. Stays in. Nope, he didn't stay in bounds. Forced out of bounds on the near sideline of the 25-yard line by Germond Baptiste. It's a gain of a yard. Sets up a 4th down and 2 with 32 seconds remaining.
He was forced out of bounds by number 7, Germond Baptiste.
Receiver left, 2 to the right. Janisic. Handoff Brown-Nixon, and he's stuffed. Tackle for a loss, a turnover on downs, and that'll be the exclamation point in this one.
Yep, 1 more snap is all North Shore will need.
North Shore fans going to get on their feet. The crowd heeding the advice of their players to make some noise. You can see the anguish set in on the Lake Travis side, although that anguish has been brewing really the entire second half. It's been an anticlimactic finish for both of the seasons, or for the North Shore win and for the Lake Travis season.
Yeah, this is. I mean, I know it's the finality of it is shocking, but it would be a lot more painful if you lost by 3 points or by a touchdown. This one's been inevitable since about the middle of the second quarter, it seems like.
1 more snap as dropping it to a knee is Hagan. And the clock will tick away as the North Shore Mustangs stay perfect. 15-0 and a trip in the Class 6A Division I state final next week against the winner of Duncanville and Allen. Congratulations to the Lake Travis Cavaliers in a very fine season, finishing at 13-2 and getting to another state semifinal that has become a tradition for Lake Travis as North Shore advances to the state final. Eric, final thoughts on today's game?
I maybe thought North Shore might score 50 today, but no way did I think Lake Travis would be held to 10. Very impressed with North Shore today. They came in, like you said, laser focused, and they had a game plan in place, and they followed it to the letter.
They're on to the state finals for the 3rd time in program history. They're 2-0 all-time in state championship games. That's going to wrap it up for us. We thank everybody for tuning into the broadcast. Special thanks to our Texan Live production crew working very hard today inside of NRG Stadium. For Eric Folkerts, I'm Jeremy Branham, telling you that the I's have been dotted, the T's have been crossed. This one is in the books. North Shore defeats Lake Travis by a final score of 51-10 on their way to the state championship game next week in Arlington. Watch the next round of the state playoffs right here on the NFHS Network and the Facebook Watch tab as part of the Road to State, brought to you by the NFHS Network. Until next time, so long, everybody, from NRG Stadium in Houston.